Welcome, everybody. It is the MJ Morning Show, 6 o'clock. Michelle and I are the only ones in the studio. There's no Fester. Oh, here comes Fester. Hold on. Why are you all scrunching up your angry, lemony pussy face?
There's no Fester. We have to... No Fester. Where is he? Where is he? Easy.
Are you okay? No, you're not here, and you just stroll. I'm sorry. I cracked the mics. You weren't here.
3.5 seconds.
You had the lemon puss. You had the lemon puss face going on, like you're all scrunched up, like you just had some, sour object. Hey, by the way, Michelle had the perception yesterday that you left angry. Michelle, what did you say to me? That you thought that Fester was angry at something?
He seemed angry.
Yeah.
Well, No.
He had a very
scowl.
Angry.
Was it a scowl?
Parting.
He's all lemon pussed up good this morning, with his face as he walks in.
No.
Hold on. First, Michelle, you thought that he looked angry and scowling, or what? And he
No.
What? Explain. Go ahead.
His goodbye to us was very
terse.
Beyond that. I can't even repeat it on the air what he said.
This was after the show yesterday.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe you weren't coming in today because the last I heard from Michelle is that she thought that you left the program angry yesterday.
No.
He left abruptly. And then he said, "Goodbye, you meffers."
Hold on.
I didn't say that.
You did.
You said goodbye, MFers?
Or maybe it was see you tomorrow, MFers.
That's what I said.
But you used the plural. I mean, I could understand if you said it not plural. Then I wouldn't feel like it applied to me.
You mean singular, like just goodbye, M.
Yeah.
F-er, meaning just me, but
correct.
He added an S, so you thought...
I was like, oh my gosh, I must have made him angry today.
The insinuation was that it was... Both of us were M-effers.
And can I be honest? I don't think Fester's ever been angry with me before.
No, not with Michelle.
I can't remember a time when Fester was ever angry with me.
Nor could I.
Would you like to explain yourself on why my lovely wife, Michelle, over here, who's doing the Lord's work by coming in every morning?
Doing somebody's work.
So, would you like to explain yourself?
Yes, Michelle. MFer is probably my highest form of endearment.
Oh, okay. There.
Really?
Honestly, that's
because it included him.
Well, yeah, but it's for both of you. I hold him in high regard. And listen,
what were you ticked off about?
Nothing. It's fine.
So why did my lovely wife get the perception that you were torqued?
I think I'm going to try to leave the show the exact second the show is over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Me too. Can I go with you?
Yeah, come with me. Yeah.
Escape.
Occasionally there's loitering to be done at the radio station.
Yeah.
And if you get caught in it, sometimes you're here for 15, 20, 30 minutes,
Ooh.
of which none of that applies to me.
Don't you sometimes fall asleep in the office because you're tired after the show and you want to take a quick nap before you hit the road so you don't fall asleep on the road when you leave here?
If I feel that I'm too tired to drive, I'll take a nap. I mean, safety first, people.
Too tired.
Yes.
But otherwise, like yesterday after the show, I felt great. The show's over. You hit, let's be careful out there. I don't think the dun, 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 ending music was done. And I turned around and I said, see you MFs tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the show closed music.
Right.
What if we actually just close the show right now?
That'd be fine.
I got to be honest with you. I'm thinking about some action around here because tomorrow is the 24th of April, and I was promised by Ron Weasley, our general manager, I was promised we would be in the new studio by the 24th, which is tomorrow, and it's not even close to being done. So I'm getting torqued off. So maybe we should just end the show right now and say, folks, have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the 4 minutes and 30 seconds of today's MJ Morning Show. And let's be careful out there. What do you think?
So yesterday, I think it's a great idea. But yesterday,
just end it right now.
By the time that little dun, 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 was over, I was already out the door with my parting salutation. Is that?
Yes, that.
Yeah.
And can I also point out that I got no prep email from you last night.
Last night was a crazy night.
I got nothing from you, and then you couple that with Michelle thought you were angry. Plus, and then you're late this morning, and I'm already opening up the show, and there's no sign of you.
And when I go out with you, Fester, what do you always do to entertain me?
Always screech out in the parking lot. Yeah.
And then
there's a couple squealing tires down the road, and I'm laughing hysterically. I didn't get that yesterday.
Apologies.
Fester rips ass out of the parking lot.
It's so fun.
Every day.
I mean, dude, it's not good on your tires.
Who cares? He's having fun. I'm having fun.
Right. Just as long as you don't do an intersection takeover. Like those delinquents,
I'll tell you what, man.
Where they're spinning all the tire circles in intersections around town.
I think if I put some baby oil in my back tire, that Cadillac could compete.
Just knock it off. Knock it off. All right, so you're okay. Hey, Lightning got trounced last night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm trying to come up with lightning and the blunder. Yeah. Lightning and the blunder. Lightning had a blunder. Lightning and the blunder. Hey, Andrew, you need the girl. The best part of you need the, hold on, I did hit the other one. The girl's not in either one. This is number one. Lightning and the blunder. But you need it goes on. You need all right, yeah. So Lightning had a blunder. You like that one? Lightning had a blunder. Is there a better way to? My God, the Lightning got their butts handed to them. I mean, a 6-2 loss, game one, round one, wow. And the Lightning lose by 4, a 6-2 loss. Hey, the Lightning were favored to win last night. By the percentages.
I think the home teams are always kind of favored a little bit.
I mean, it wasn't a huge advantage if you look at the prognosticators' percentages, but the Lightning, they were supposed to win. They had home ice advantage, obviously, and just the numbers this season, and the Lightning drop it to the Panthers 6-2. That's a blunder. Lightning had a blunder. Oh, man.
So game 2 is also in Tampa, right?
It is, and we have tickets. Hopefully the Lightning don't get their arses handed to them again, but we have tickets for the Lightning's game 2 with the Panthers, which will be tomorrow night, and the schmuck will drop at 6:30 versus, oh, that's funny. They ought to do before the game, you do a schmuck drop. And seriously.
I don't know how much your head can take.
Oh, what?
I don't know how much your head can take.
No, somebody.
Let's bring out MJ again. It's time for the schmuck drop.
Somebody, listen to me. Somebody is at each Lightning home game. Somebody is designated as that game schmuck, and then before the actual puck drop, you do the schmuck drop.
No.
And you drop the schmuck at center ice.
You could be the team schmuck mascot. All right, everybody, on your feet. We're bringing them out. 5 feet today. Let's drop them.
I'm telling you, has anyone ever thought of the schmuck drop? And maybe people nominate who the schmuck of the day should be to be dropped at center ice?
No,
I don't know.
It's the Lightning schmuck drop. I'm telling you, I've got something here. That's something. They're always looking for gimmicks.
Yeah.
And, the cool little graphics up on the big scoreboard, the video screen, and, plays on words and just the little events and playing the music cues and tying in
right before the Zamboni comes out during one of the intermissions.
It's the fan participation stuff to amp. I'm telling you, the schmuck drop. You put a helmet on them. Oh, you dangle them upside down, and they do have a helmet. The Lightning wear the CCMs or the Bowers? Do we have any idea? I don't know which. And it depends on the player chooses their helmet, I guess. All right, but isn't the TGH logo on the helmets for the Lightning?
Oh, they can tie in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you
their head trauma department.
Exactly.
Oh man, we charge them $1,000.
So you dangle somebody from center ice, and then you drop them from their feet, so they hit their head right, and that's the schmuck drop. No. And then TGH is tied. Then TGH can do a CAT scan MRI right after the schmuck drop, and it's a perfect TGH tie-in.
I mean, the hospital's 2 minutes away? I mean, it's right there.
Oh, man.
Get rushed in.
They're always looking for the tie-in. What are some of the, some of the events, on the ice, some of the action during the game, they tie that into like a sponsor with a play on words.
Yeah, like the Canes Furniture triple goal hat trick. What's it called there, or something like that.
Yeah, triple couch something. Whatever.
Something.
Yeah, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but they tie in.
Sponsors.
Yeah, sponsors into like some of the play in the game with a play on words. Oh, it's perfect. All right, man. We're late now. With my brilliant idea for the schmuck drop, we're running late.
We can't control brainstorming.
All right. 6:11. I got to find a short song to play. Yeah, get Faith by George Michael. All right. Back in a minute. Our one song of the day happens next, or maybe I'll just drop it all together.
Good morning. You should have a smooth ride into work. I have no incidents.
FM. It is a Tuesday. I'm sorry, Wednesday. Man, where the time flying, man? Why I think it was Tuesday morning? It's Wednesday morning, 6:21, And thank you to all of our early listeners. Appreciate you making the commitment to listen to us early in the morning, or maybe you're not doing it by choice. Maybe someone's forcing you to listen to the MJ Morning Show. So even if you are being held hostage right now, we do appreciate you listening to the program. So I made a note during the commercial break. We played a commercial for the U.S. Postal Service, and that's one of those remnant commercials where, it's some kind of, we get like $6 to play that. Some kind of like space filler. It's not like a really important client that spends like $80,000, $100,000 a year on the radio station. No. That's just some kind of network filler commercial. And I busted in right after the spot, and I said, hey, remind me, I got something to say about the USPS. So obviously, a lot of people know that I'm really torqued off that a year ago, U.S. Postal Service, they lost 2 priority mail letters in the big cardboard envelope. I mean, not a little bitty letter, but a big, cardboard priority mail envelope. That rectangular thing. It's like white and red and blue and everything. Lost them. Two different ones to the IRS for my tax payments for last April 15th, 2024, not just last week or so. So they never turned up. Full tracers. I was in touch with U.S. Postal Service officials here locally, emailed the postmaster, spoke to her assistant on the phone. Some dude named Brian in Pinellas with the U.S. Postal Service emailed me back, and Brian was insinuating that I didn't know how to put the envelopes into the mail slot in the wall, which was very, very insulting. Oh, Michelle, did you know that?
No, I don't think he thought you didn't know how. I think he thought you didn't.
Well, he said in his email to me, he said something like, and we actually can't ensure that your letters were properly deposited in the wall. I mean, what do you think I'm? What does it say? No. Idiot across my forehead?
No.
There's a mail slot in the wall, and I even took a picture of myself standing in front of the mail slot. It was content. It was April 15th of 2024, and I was at the post office at 5 a.m. dropping my tax payments into the wall, and I even took an Instagram selfie with my...
Stop.
Yes. Yeah.
No, he's suggesting that you didn't put them in the slot, not that you didn't know how to do it.
Well, that's the same damn thing.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. People know how to do something, and they still don't do it. He's alleging or suggesting that you perhaps did this whole thing as a ruse, and you actually did not deposit them in the slot.
That is a joke. That is
insulting. I'm just saying. That's what it is. What do you think, Fester?
Listen,
Brian with the U.S. Well, I told him to pull the video. I told them, pull the surveillance video from the lobby at the Tampa Airport Post Office, main Tampa Post Office. Pull the video surveillance, and you'll see I put the letters into the mail slot into the wall. But that's not even why I'm bringing this up. There's something else.
Oh, there's new stuff?
Oh, there's news. Yes. I'm not just dredging up the old crap again.
Because we were wondering.
No, there's new stuff here.
What's that?
Chloe's lease payment invoice from Mazda never arrived via the U.S. mail.
You know why?
It never, ever, ever showed up.
Because Brian will tell you this. Brian will say
we can't guarantee that Mazda actually put the letter in the mail.
Exactly. That's what he's going to say. They have the little outbox at the Mazda financial place, and you know what happened? The person who's responsible for printing it out and licking the and then they went to go set it down and said, I think I'm going to go get a soda right now. And then bypassed it and just didn't get it in the inbox.
Oh, really?
Couple of questions.
Yes,
One,
Fester.
How long has Chloe owned the car or had the car?
Chloe got the car just before I went to the Philippines. I think the 26th, 27th.
End of February,
Yeah, it was the end of February because I left for the Philippines on Thursday, March 6th. And Chloe had the car for like a week and change before I left.
Okay.
So
it's 2 months.
Yeah. For those that don't know, hold on. There's more to the story. For those that don't know, Chloe got her first car. She got a Mazda CX-5. Liked the car, test drove like 10 different things, and settled on the Mazda. A combination of safety and looks and price and everything. So the car was leased. Chloe's got a 3-year lease on her Mazda. And she was waiting for the invoice from Mazda. I mean, for the account, so she could set up the automatic bill pay. So every month the lease is just paid automatically during the 3-year lease period. And it never showed up. Nothing, zero. So I was even with her. She calls Mazda Credit, or I think it's like I think Toyota Credit actually manages Mazda Credit because Toyota owns a chunk of Mazda. So Chloe calls up Mazda, and yep, that was mailed out on. It was like March 30th. Her first invoice, her first bill for her lease was sent out on March 30th with a due date of, I think April 17th was the due date for her lease. Never arrived. So Mazda confirmed that they mailed it, and voila, oh, look at that. So USPS strikes again, I'm pretty sure. So never arrived. Never got it.
Because they didn't put it in the mail.
Because Willie at Mazda Leasing didn't put the envelope in the mail?
Well, maybe he accidentally put it in the outbox versus the inbox.
Or maybe he accidentally shoved it up his butt.
Or just,
Well, what if like the USPS truck caught fire on the interstate? I've had something in the mail be destroyed in a USPS fire before.
I don't know where they mail from, but I believe that the address is somewhere in New York State for Mazda Financial or whatever. But I'm just saying, another example of not arriving. Oh, I'll give you another example.
Mazda Financial Services, Chicago, Illinois.
That's where it's mailed to, but I thought like the customer service was somewhere right there. Mazda Financial Services, Williamsville, New York, which seems to be probably, looking at the zip code, looks like it's around Albany somewhere. All right, so here's the deal. Here's Andrew, you just broke my train of thought.
Let me just point out that in order to utilize the services of the U.S. Postal Service, you have to know how to do it, and then you have to do it properly. So, if you know that you've got to like either put a stamp on that or run it through your stamping machine at work, and then you have to know, right, to go and put it in a slot or put it in and you have to do it.
I know what I was going to say. So guess what?
You didn't do it?
No, listen to this. I did everything right.
Brian doesn't think so.
I'm not a moron.
I call Brian.
Brian says no.
I still have Brian's email in my email because when I get penalized by the IRS for a ridiculous number for interest and penalties for my late tax payment and quarterly estimated last year, I have a whole package that my accountant sent to the IRS to prove that I sent my payments in, so we're looking for an abatement on that. And also my tax history shows 0 delinquencies or late ever in my life. I've never been late.
Are we talking
paying
about
the IRS?
Are we talking about your taxes? Or are we talking about
no,
Chloe's Mazda
hang on.
stuff?
Well, it's all twirled into one.
Not really.
Now I'm going to add something else to the equation, Fester. Listen to this.
Yes.
I get a notice from our insurance company. Our health insurance here at Beasley is through what company, Fester?
I don't know.
You have no idea.
Two hamsters and a fart? I don't know. It's the worst insurance.
2 hamsters and a fart health insurance? That's who we use?
It's awful. I mean, whatever the worst one is, ours is worster.
Well, we have Aetna.
Okay.
And wait a second.
Well, then there we go.
Well, the deal is that our company chooses a bad plan.
Okay. So whatever one they have.
You can't blame Aetna 100%.
Well, Aetna's like, this is good, better, best, and diarrhea. And we're like, ooh, tell me about door 4.
So our company health insurance is the diarrhea plan. That's what I mean. We're on the diarrhea tier. Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
So Michelle, I don't know if you know the logistics of this, but remember I said I went to cash a check just to have some spending money? Yeah. So it turns out that something happened. I overpaid some health insurance bill, and Aetna wanted to refund me $459.27. They apparently sent me a check for $459.27 back in January. Never got it. Got a letter This is back in, this was while I was scuba diving in the Philippines, and it was in the mail when I got back. Got a letter from Aetna saying that we sent you a check in January, the date and everything, check number, blah, 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 for $459.27, some kind of an insurance refund. Did you get the check? And it was a whole little questionnaire, and I had to send it to an email. I had to check the box. Never got it. We never got the original check. So Aetna reissued a refund check. So that's another example of, I didn't get that. The IRS didn't get my payments. Chloe's lease payment from Mazda never came in.
And Brian would suggest that the employee at Aetna did not put that check in the envelope. That particular piece of mail in the outgoing box at their office.
Whatever.
I'm just saying that's what the sentiment of the email says. When I read it, I don't read it as you don't know how to do it. I read that email to mean you did not do it.
Listen, I just don't want to be insulted. I don't know how to mail a letter. And there are other examples of things that never got to us via the U.S. Postal Service. So, again, what the hell is going on? I'm trying to lose the account so they don't buy any commercials on the radio station. I don't seem to be very effective because they're still running U.S. Postal Service commercials on our station. All right, 6:33 at the MJ Morning Show. Early Morons in the news. Great pile today, folks. Morons next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Here we go, 6:41. It's the MJ Morning Show, and I have a nice pile of morons in the news. What would you do if some kid on your flight starts stabbing you with a fork because the mother fell asleep and the kid was completely unsupervised? And the kid used one of the mealtime forks and starts forking a guy. Michelle, I heard you kind of do like a little gasp. You're like, any thoughts on this?
First of all, okay, to have a fork, you have to be like in either business or first class.
Not necessarily. If you're on an international flight, which this was, this was a 14-hour flight on Qatar Airways or Qatar or however you want to say it. Qatar.
Okay.
So this was a 14-hour flight. A young girl stabbed a passenger several times with a fork. A random adult, a metal fork. The mother was taking a nap. The mother fell asleep, so the child was unattended and just takes a fork and jabs a stranger in the leg. What? I'm not making this up.
Oh, I see the video.
Yes,
yes, I see it.
Right. The person gets stabbed, calls a flight attendant and says, "Hey, over here, she's stabbing people with forks. She just randomly stabbed me with a fork." This was a 14-hour flight on Qatar Airways. I'm trying to see where. I don't know if it says where they were flying.
Doha to New York.
Okay, you know what? I saw it was. I thought it was to the United States. So it was. You know what? I flew. Did I fly?
Yeah.
I flew Doha to New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Julian.
Yeah. So when I flew to the Maldives to go scuba diving with Julian, we flew Qatar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we stopped over in Doha. We flew. First, we flew what? Chicago.
No.
Oh no! You booked Chicago, but then they ended up moving me to New York.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I've been on Qatar Airways. So Doha to JFK, and so 14-hour flight. And even if you're in economy class, you get served a meal, and you do get on a 14-hour flight, you get several meals. Even if you're in the cheap seats, you get a metal fork.
Okay, so
Really?
I think it's reasonable for the mother to nod off during a 14-hour flight.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
With kids in tow?
even if the baby was not asleep at the time, they're all sleeping together. The kid wakes up first.
I get it, and it's not a baby. It was like a
3.5.
I think I would guess maybe 4 years old would be my guess.
Yeah.
Based on the video that I saw, I think the kid's about 4 is what my guess would be. And the victim and the victim's travel companion, they're the ones that took video of the little girl, like a little Chucky.
How do you not just snatch the fork out of the kid's hand and let her go back to her mother crying?
How do you not grab the kid and throw the kid up in the overhead luggage compartment?
Okay,
that's it. That kid would fit nicely. That kid's about the size of a wheelie, one of the little wheel-on bags. But just think about that for a second. And
they got a snack bar in consolation for that stabbing.
They gave him some
You
free
got
snacks?
stabbed? Yeah, you get a snack bar.
Ooh,
Here you go.
I'll take it.
Can you imagine that? That is just unbelievable. All right, listen to this. Some worker at a convenience store in Pennsylvania, a guy just has his crotch grabbed by a random customer.
Ew.
Yeah. This is in Pennsylvania. Authorities in Cambria County say a local man is facing charges after being accused of inappropriately touching a male employee at a Sheetz. Holy Sheetz. Have you ever been to a Sheetz festival?
I have. I've been to a Sheetz multiple times.
Yeah, Sheetz is a convenience store. Do we have any Sheetzes locally?
No, it's not northeastern. It's what's Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania's not northeast.
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is. But
okay.
The first time I was ever at a Sheetz was right outside of the Raleigh-Durham Airport, RDU.
Yeah, I think it's like North Carolina to Pennsylvania, that mid-Atlantic area. That's what I think. So
Sheetz, it's Sheetz, and Sheetz is kind of like a Wawa. They're in that genre of sort of like the elevated convenience store gas station. So they've got the gas pumps, and then inside, Sheetz also like Wawa. They have the whole food counter.
You can order sandwiches.
Exactly.
They have custom coffees,
smoothies, shakes, and all kinds of stuff. So Sheetz is very similar to that. So this dude grabs the genitals of a male Sheetz employee. Yeah, police say 49-year-old Keith Poplinski groped the employee while he was reportedly cleaning the coffee machines. So the employee is over cleaning the coffee machines, and this Keith Poplinski just grabs the guy's junk. Maybe he confused it for the hot dog rolling machine. The hot.
They have those there too.
Do they have?
Yeah, sure.
They have the hot dogs on the rollers. Nothing like hitting a 7-Eleven when the hot dogs have been rolling on there for 12 hours.
See, that's the thing you don't understand.
Shriveled up meat.
That's what you don't understand.
Oh.
They don't last that long.
They don't.
They go. I mean, there's people that go to 7-Eleven 3, 4, 5 times a week for lunch.
Oh, man.
They clean them out.
Yeah, according to the affidavit from police, the alleged incident was captured on the store surveillance video. Investigators say that Poplinski was reportedly waiting for a food order when he proceeded to repeatedly grab the victim's groin area.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see what he ordered. Did he order a hot dog? Was he just
a big meatball hoagie? Meatball grinder? What do they call it?
It was some grinding, all right.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, police note that the employee told Poplinski, "Hey, stop touching me." What would you do? You're working at a convenience store, and a customer just starts grabbing at your groin? What do you do? I would take the coffee pot. If they have, I would just crack him over the head with the damn thing.
I mean, meeting new friends is hard these days.
Yeah.
That's a great system there, strategy.
According to the store's surveillance video, authorities say after the incident, Poplinski then attempted to shake the employee's hand.
Oh, sorry. Apologies.
I'm going to shake your wang first, then I'm going to shake your hand.
All right, I'm going to work my way up. Start with the wang.
Police say the victim told officers that he did not know Poplinski personally, only that he knew him as a frequent customer.
So is he banned now from the sheets?
You know what?
Well, he hasn't been trespassed.
It doesn't say in the story, but I got to believe that I would hope that the victim probably moved to have a trespass warrant issued to bar him from the property in future visits.
Trespass him for 30 days. Got to come back in a month where there'll be no wing grabbing.
That's insane, man. That is nuts. All right, speaking of nuts.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
Nice.
It is nuts. All right, speaking of crazy, now we have a University of Massachusetts student, 19 years old, charged with firebombing a Tesla dealership.
Fantastic.
Listen, whatever your position is on Elon and Tesla, I'm not an Elon fan. I'm not a Tesla fan, but I've been very vocal on this show that you should never, ever vandalize somebody's Tesla. We just had another story locally. We had some dude that was just arrested somewhere in the Tampa Bay area.
I think there's been isolated stories around the country, but I'm trying to find the local one.
There was a local one recently where some local idiot was caught keying somebody's Tesla. So whatever your thoughts are on Tesla, on Elon, you don't scratch and key and vandalize somebody's car. You don't vandalize vehicles at a Tesla dealership. You don't throw paint on the front door of a Tesla dealership. You don't do it. And this kid's going to have some academic turmoil. 19-year-old University of Massachusetts Boston student arrested for an insane firebombing of a Tesla dealership in Missouri. So the kid is, at UMass in Boston, and he firebombs a Tesla dealership in Missouri. Owen McIntyre was back home in Parkville, Missouri for spring break when he drove to a Tesla dealership in nearby Kansas City and hurled 2 Molotov cocktails at a Cybertruck, causing a fire and thousands of dollars in damage. This kid is going to prison. He's going to go. He's probably going to do what, Michelle? As a former prosecutor, I know that you don't know Missouri statutes, but if you were to guess for is this like an aggravated arson charge, or I don't know, throwing Molotov cocktails? I mean, this is a firebombing. This is like a terrorist. So I mean, he's got to do at least what? He'll probably do 5, 7, 10 years.
Easily.
Right?
Arson is one of the worst crimes you could be found guilty of.
Tell me about it.
I know.
Can you explain that?
Well, because it's a serious hazard to those around you. So if you're just catching stuff on fire on purpose, right? Then the house next to you could catch on fire. It goes back.
The collateral damage of starting a fire.
Thank you, Foster.
You can't predict when you start it.
So
it's really in the community's best interest to put these people away if they're just starting fires for no reason.
Well, guess what? This 19-year-old University of Massachusetts student, his academic career is going to be interrupted for a little bit.
Oh, I was thinking this was going to make a great essay for his college app.
Oh, yeah. No, he's already in college.
Oh, he is?
No, he's a student already.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant, I thought he was
when grad school comes along.
No, he's 19 years old, and he does go to the University of Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
Jeez. One of the bottles exploded.
Spring break fun.
The other bottle did not explode, and investigators were able to recover a second Molotov cocktail bottle that did not explode, and I guess they were able to get the evidence.
They lifted a fingerprint off of it or something?
Yep. And by the way, the 19-year-old guy looks like a girl. Have you seen the picture of this guy?
I saw the image in a news headline.
Yeah.
I thought it was a female student.
Yeah.
It looks like a semi-attractive girl, but it's not. It's a guy.
Looks like Chloe after a rough night.
Well, no, it doesn't. You cut the crap. No, it.
I mean, it looks a little bit like Chloe after.
No, it doesn't.
Chloe really tied one on and had no makeup on and got a
No
big zit
way.
right in her
Stop.
forehead.
That's not true.
This guy has beautiful hair.
All right, 6:53 at the MJ Morning Show on Q105. The 7 o'clock hour starts next. Got a question regarding a wedding prank. There was a wedding prank, and I saw this video, and this is just awful. You got to see the video. And Michelle, you being a former bride, I want to know what you think of what?
From 30 years ago?
I want to know what
I've done it once in my life.
Listen, I want, as a former bride, I want your take on a wedding prank, which I think is just a horror. She should have probably gotten an annulment like the next day after this. All right, stand by. 6:54 at the MJ Morning Show, and we'll return momentarily. 7:02, the MJ Morning Show. Welcome, 7 o'clock hours here. Cash Kitty in less than an hour. So 58 minutes from right now, the Cash Kitty will roll out another $1,000 that you could win. Remember, Cash Kitty's 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. You just listen at those times, and we'll give you the keyword, and you just text the keyword, and then wait and see whether you're randomly chosen to win $1,000. It takes you 5 seconds to do this every single time, and you could be $1,000 richer. Somebody wins every single time with our corporate national contest. So good luck. Cash Kitty's back in less than 1 hour. We've got Lightning tickets to give away this morning. So Lightning Game 2, after they were trounced last night, Lightning Game 2 tomorrow night at Amalie. We will have tickets sometime this morning. Just keep listening, and whenever I have a whim, I will solicit for a certain number of caller to give away Lightning tickets coming up in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show. So, Michelle, I'm most curious about your reaction to this. Fester, while you were out of the room doing whatever the hell you were doing, we took the liberty of putting the video up on the computer monitor that we share.
Yes, I see that.
Michelle already found this, and the question is, what would you do? This is a bride that she didn't have a slice of cake mushed into her nose or her face. The groom at the wedding party took her head and smashed not her face, but the top of her head. Like her hair is ruined.
Yeah.
If you have the playful, cake smush, where the bride eats the cake, the groom eats the... Do they still do that song?
You know what? I've always thought that was the cheesiest thing in any wedding. I mean...
the bride eats the cake. The groom eats the cake.
I never heard that.
Oh, yes, you have. I think they had that. That happened at our wedding,
No.
I think. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't do that because I don't recall that at all.
Anyway.
The groom feeds the bride.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
the groom feeds the bride.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That sounds like Hi-Ho the Dario.
Yeah, it's to that. It
is?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's a thing. It seems like it was a thing like in 70s and 80s weddings.
That's terrible.
But I remember it being the corniest
That
thing.
and the chicken dance.
Yeah.
We
We didn't do that either.
That is a
we didn't do that.
Classy. That's the one dance I know.
The groom takes the bride's head and shoves it into the wedding cake at the reception, and the whole top of from her bangs up to halfway up her head.
She doesn't have bangs.
It's what is that? What do you call that?
They look like bangs.
Yeah,
from this
this hair coming down on her forehead.
Okay, so it's not like she has a bowl cut, but she has a couple of wispy hairs over her
Fester,
forehead.
roll the video. You haven't seen this yet?
I have not.
Michelle, I want to know what you would do, or what should this woman do? Roll it. Hit play on this. Here we go. Watch it. Watch this. Watch this. So it's some kind of foreign wedding. Oh my God! And then look at her head. The entire top of her head is now, it's caked on purple frosting. And then the guy goes, whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! It's like, I just smashed my brand new wife's head into the top of the cake. And again, it's not like the playful mush of the cake into the bride or groom's face where you just take a napkin and you wipe the frosting off the tip of your nose or whatever. Her whole head is caked in hideous purple frost. Who decided on a purple frosted cake for a wedding?
So I'm looking and it matches her bouquet.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes,
purple.
that's her color theme.
Yeah, so I mean,
come on.
She's wearing a white dress. Why is she wearing a purple dress then?
No, then her bridesmaids are wearing purple. Oh my gosh, where's your wedding etiquette?
Generally speaking,
did I have any at our wedding?
No.
None.
Do I have any etiquette at all in any walk of
I
life?
know. What am I thinking?
What are you
Even
thinking?
asking the question.
Very little.
I'm a goon. I'm a Neanderthal.
You are.
Unless we're talking about
I've got no social skills.
None.
Right.
None.
Yes, Fester, what are you trying to say?
I'm just agreeing with Michelle on your lack of social skills. But no. So first of all, do we have any idea where this wedding happened?
We do not.
I mean, I don't know if different cultures, it's more acceptable to smash your wife's face into a cake. I don't know.
It appears
on Mars.
Is it like maybe Middle Eastern? I mean, the guy's wearing a Western suit. He's wearing a suit and tie. She has a
pretty
She has a traditional pretty white dress on.
Yeah. I've watched it now probably 20 times, and every time I still cringe when I see him grab the back of her head because it's pretty forceful.
It is.
I mean, it's
violent.
He is shoving her head for sure.
All right. So first of all, maybe hold on, stop for a second. Maybe somebody knows. Because the first thing they do, which I wonder if it's ritualistic, the first thing they do is they both are holding the cake knife and they both stab the top of the cake. Maybe it's a Taliban wedding.
I don't know.
I don't know.
First, we'll behead the cake, and then we'll cover my wife's head in icing.
But if you look at the start of the video, they're both holding a knife, and they both stab the top of the cake, and then the groom grabs the back of the bride's head and shoves his new wife's entire top of her head. It's like she's got a purple frosted hat on now.
Yeah.
So that doesn't come out. If you get the playful smash in the face, you go to the bathroom, grab a towel, grab a napkin, and you wipe it off your face. But her hair is ruined.
Yeah.
You can't. She has to get in the shower and rinse and repeat several times to get this crap out.
Yeah. Also just the force with which he did it. I mean, you can do that, kind of playfully and just kind of like nip the nose or get a little bit of the face in there, but he definitely smashed, what do you call it, like the crown of your head.
Well, he grabs
right
the
into
head.
that cake.
She obviously fought back.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why she's not covered.
But then
in the
she
icing.
smiles and then tries to play it off like, "Oh, this is great."
In the moment, she might have been like, "What's happening?"
I think so.
The knife this big dagger that they use to cut this ridiculous looking pink purple cake.
It's awful.
Is so close to her face. I mean, I'm like, the knife is right there.
Oh yeah, he could have really hurt her.
She could have gotten the knife in the face or the top of the head with the. That's right.
I mean,
I agree with Fester. I think that she's surprised and she's looking at the guests and she probably has no idea, Fester, like you're saying, that the how much damage is like all that icing and frosting in her hair.
So this video has over 30 million views now on X.
I mean, she knows it's not on her face.
Yeah.
And she knows it's not on her hands, so she knows, but she doesn't know that she has like essentially a yarmulke of purple frosting.
She's got
on the crown of her head.
Okay, it just occurred to me.
By the way, I think they might want to kill the yarmulke wearers, but that's a whole different story.
The irony there is not lost.
Yeah.
Who's going to eat the cake now that her head has been in it? I just don't know. Like I would be wanting.
I would. I'd be like, give me a cake.
Oh.
And then you're eating the cake and you're pulling out long strands of hair from it.
Oh.
I think.
I'll tell the person's cutting it, I want the hair piece.
Oh my God.
I mean, how do you think their wedding night went?
You know what?
I think their wedding night was pretty.
Do you think they consummated after this? That's
no,
number one.
I think that's what I'm saying.
You know what? He probably stabbed her in the chest in the hotel room. I mean, does this indicate maybe a violent-tempered man? And is her life going to be like that of a battered woman?
I feel like she's almost kind of forced to go along with the double, high five afterwards. Because what do? Do you start having a temper tantrum right there?
Well,
you have all these guests.
Exactly.
You go like,
she's not aware. She's not aware that she has the icing all over her hair at this point. She's still in shock.
But even just the whole experience of it all, he's like, yeah, high five me. What do? You just sort of reactionarily kind of respond.
If you look at the video, it's like she has a split second of what the hell happened, and then she like snaps into, oh, let me play along and be excited, woohoo, and then they like high five each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, the comments from people on this, talking about this is a massive red flag, that this guy is an absolute jerk.
Play the audio again.
All right, here's the audio. Where is it? Here we are. Here's the audio one more time. It sounds like they're counting down. 2, 1. They're counting down something there, I think. All right, who knows what language that is?
Yeah.
Does anyone know what language that is? 800-990-1047. 800-990-10. But the duh, I think that's probably 2 in some language.
That's a pretty good deduction there. Seeing as how you can count to 5 in Spanish and 2 is dos and duh. It's probably something in some language.
Yeah, I think he says something like no. All right, so if anyone knows what language that is, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you know what this is. Here's the audio again. And what about the music? And then they high five each other, and oh my God, her whole top of the head is covered. Anyway,
if he would have like grabbed her afterwards and given her a big kiss and been like, "Wasn't this fun?" Like given something.
Nope.
No, he literally is so like, I don't know, like misogynistic or masculine, like double high five. Yeah, I got one over on you. I would be like, I'm out of here, dude.
All right, so the tradition of the cake smash apparently goes back to ancient Rome.
Does it?
The cake, dude. I'm
we have a history of the cake smash?
Yes, we do, okay?
All right,
Why don't you sit back and enjoy story time here?
Okay.
All right. The cake smashing tradition originated in ancient Rome, according to brides.com. After tying the knot, brides would have barley cake crumbled over their heads, which signified male dominance
Yeah.
That's right.
and the promise of fertility. During that time, brides in Yorkshire would also participate, but they took matters into their own hands. After tasting a piece of the cake, they would throw the rest of the slice over their heads as a way to kick off married life without the temptation of desire. Then in medieval England, newlyweds would share their first kiss over a pile of buns to guarantee a wealthy future. So I guess the origination of the cake smash goes back to ancient Rome, and there's something happening in medieval England as well. So that's a red freaking flag. Oh, Fester, I forgot to mention this the other day.
What?
I know you love the lottery scratcher winners. Did you see the guy in Venice? $50 scratcher, $25 million prize.
Is he the big winner? Is that like the top prize?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's the 500X the cash scratch-off game. Yeah, Venice guy.
Good for him.
45-year-old Kyle Lindquist.
Oh, man. 45 years old. $25 million.
Yeah, he chose the one-time payout of $16 million. That'll change your life just a little bit.
Good call, pal.
So it was a $25 million top prize. He decided not to annuitize the winnings for the full $25 million.
Nope.
He took the $16 million up front, and then if you there's obviously no state tax there, but if you take the $16 million, let me just do some quick math here. $16 million.
Wait, you give the government $6 million?
You give the government 35%, let's say, times all right. So $5.6 million.
You walk away with $11 million?
Guy's walking away with $10 million, $500,000 or so.
Amazing.
Clean. $10.5 million clean.
Just clean. It's yours.
That's it. You're walking away with $10.5 million. Not bad for plunking down a Ulysses S. Grant, a $50 bill.
And that's the thing. Those $50 tickets, you really have to think about. I mean, you could buy a $10 scratcher. And
that's a commitment, man. That's a $50 scratcher.
You got to think about it.
Tell you what, when you scratch your crap and you get nothing, you're like, oh man, I just flushed a $50. But when you win $25 million, that was the best $50 you ever spent. Anyway, Kyle Lindquist.
Oh man, good for him.
Yeah, where the hell did he buy this thing? He bought a Circle K. Yeah, the Circle K at 101 U.S. Highway 41, Bypass South in Venice. The Circle K is going to get $50,000.
That's cool. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's more money than I thought they would have gotten.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, the game's overall odds are actually very good for the five. But I wonder if that's I wonder how many of the top $25 million prizes. The $50 scratch-off game features a top prize of $25 million, which is the largest ever offered in a scratcher in the state of Florida. The overall odds of winning are 1 in 4.23. So those are pretty damn good odds. I mean, you expect something. If you plunk down $50, I mean, you expect to probably at least win $2 or something, or $4.
You're going to win something 1 out of 4 times.
You win $2, so you're still out 48.
Yeah.
Anyway, so congratulations, Mr. Lindquist. That's a hell of a score right there. I'll tell you that right now. Wow. I didn't get to this yesterday, but I just wanted to mention it. The Tampa Bay area has among the highest grocery price increases in the country, and we're only behind Hawaii.
We are?
Yeah, how the hell does that happen?
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I had this in the pile yesterday. I just didn't get around to it. Why are we getting screwed? What is going on in the Tampa Bay area that we're singled out? Grocery prices in the Tampa Bay area saw the biggest increase in the continental United States. Now, Hawaii was number 1, but of course they're not considered continental. They're, not contiguous United States. But yay, we're number 2. Woo! Tampa. Yay, Tampa. Go Tampa. Yeah, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, they keep track of all the food price changes, and showed that grocery prices in Tampa, St. Pete increased by 4.3% between March of 2024 and March of 2025. Eggs, meats, fish, poultry had the highest increase at close to 8% at 7.8%, but we're only behind Hawaii. The Honolulu metropolitan area, they have the highest grocery price increase over the year-to-year period, and we're number 2. Honolulu, and then boop, Tampa.
That's incredible.
Why? What did we do? What did we do? Why us? Unbelievable.
You know what? I think that's too low. I feel like it's gone up more than 4.5% in the last year.
All right, 7:19 at the MJ Morning Show. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. Hey, I did something really funny last night. I saw an item about how people are Googling things.
Right.
And the Google AI is spitting out nonsense. I mean, absolute nonsense. And did you see me? I was like, we got the hockey game on. And why did you ask me what the hell I was laughing out loud about last night?
Because you were laughing at like the Lightning are losing, and you're over there laughing hysterically.
Because I was playing with the Google AI last night. You got to hear this. So if you just put like nonsense phrases into Google, the AI is trying to spit out a valid response. And it's hysterical. I will explain when we get back. And also, a CEO of a major clothing manufacturer says that his employees need to be hit across the head with a 2x4.
Oh, wow.
All right, this is nuts. All right, that's just a few of the things coming up next. Don't move. Oh, the Google thing's hysterical. If you want to laugh, I guarantee you will laugh at this next. In minutes on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Hey, my friends at Banco. Here we go. 7:28 at the MJ Morning Show. 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ starts right now. Lightning tickets on the way. We'll tell you when to call in. Cash Kitty happens at 8 o'clock this morning. So lots of crap on the way. Oh, I want Fester to try something. We'll see if he'll do it.
Ooh.
And this is next.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. In just a minute. Let me just do the Google thing first because I teased this. I'm on the couch last night. We have the Lightning game on. The Lightning getting their butts kicked last night. Jeez, unbelievable.
I mean, they really got their asses handed to them.
And if you didn't hear my idea at the beginning of the show today with the schmuck drop, I need to bring this back up because I'm telling you.
Such a good idea.
Hold on. Listen, even Fester's saying it's a good idea. Hold on.
Wait. No. I think Fester thinks it's a good idea for one reason only.
All right, just hold your thought. Just hang on. Let me do the Google thing first. So we're watching the Lightning game last night at home.
Yes.
Not in the stands. We're at home. And I'm on the couch, and I'm just cracking up. And Michelle's like looking over at me, doesn't say a word. And the Lightning, they're getting their asses handed to them, right? 6-2 loss with the Panthers last night at Emily.
You watched the whole thing?
And, yeah. And I'm laughing. I'm just, but it's not at the game. I'm laughing because I stumbled across a story about having fun with Google AI, right? And that you put a search term into Google, and you've seen what's going on. They have the AI feature, which scours and artificial intelligence comes up with your answer versus just getting pages after, return search results. So the story I'm reading is just put like innocuous phrases into Google, hit search, and you see what the AI spits out. And the examples that I saw, someone typed in banana slurp. Just
okay. Right. It doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Banana slurp. And it's hysterical. It's trying like hell to come up with what does banana slurp mean? Or that Cyclops vibing. What? I mean, Michelle, yes. Michelle just mouthed, what? Yeah. Banana slurp and Cyclops vibing. Google search's generative AI overview appears to be creating definitions for phrases that don't exist. So that's all I needed to know. So then I started coming up with all kinds of crap to type into just nonsense to see what Google would come up with. And I have a couple of examples, and that's why I was cracking up on the couch last night while the Lightning were losing.
Hold on, I'm on Google right now. This is the Google webpage, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And you just type in.
I just don't do anything yet.
Okay.
We're going to do an exercise in a minute.
All right.
In fact, I think I'm going to have listeners call up and just get some different brain power on just coming up with nonsense phrases to type into Google and see what the generative AI spits out. But that's what's going on. So Google's AI, rather than like saying, I don't know or can't find anything, the AI computers are just churning and spinning to try to, it's like, well, it's AI. It's genius. It's got to have an answer. So it's trying too hard, and it's coming up with a result like banana. These are ridiculous imaginary terms. Banana slurp, Cyclops vibing, but the Google AI is trying to legitimize just garbage that you're feeding into it, and it's funny. All right, let me give an example. So, first thing I thought of was monkey artichoke. I'm like, all right. You ever hear of monkey artichoke? No. Just two separate things. No correlation to each other. So I type in monkey artichoke into Google AI, and this is what it spits out. Monkey artichoke is a whimsical term used to describe a decorative item, specifically a flower holder or bowl, featuring a monkey holding an artichoke. No, it's not! Now, coincidentally, ironically, we have the monkey banana holder in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And it's a glass bowl in a metal frame that goes upward, and there's a hook. And it's like monkeys climbing on a thing, and then you hang your bananas from the so we actually have, there's no monkey artichoke. There's no monkey bowl flower holder. AI just made this crap up. So after reading the story and seeing a banana slurp, Cyclops vibing, I'm like, all right, let me try this. So the first thing I type in is monkey artichoke, and Google AI tries to come up with an explanation. It's completely made up. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Crotch melon. So I type in crotch melon.
Okay.
And
Google AI spits this out. Crotch melon is a slang term referring to a type of melon, particularly a cantaloupe, that is often shaped like a person's crotch. No, it's not! Google AI is spitting out garbage.
what would you like for it to say?
I don't know. Sorry, no results for crotch melon. All right. It's also used figuratively to describe someone or something that is awkwardly placed or out of context. My whole inquiry is out of context. Just say you don't know. Just say you're just making crap up, MJ. But instead it tries to come up with a crotch melon is a type of melon, a cantaloupe that is often shaped like a person's crotch. That's what Google spit out.
I don't think AI is, obviously it's not fact, but it's working hard.
It's working hard to spit out nonsense is what it's doing.
Something.
I tell you, I want to go to phones on this. You can see what I'm doing here. I'm coming up with funny stuff or just ridiculous word combinations. Mm-hmm. Let's grab a couple of calls, and if you come up with a phrase, 2 words that are just ridiculous. It's kind of like the Google AI version of make Dave laugh. That's sort of what it's like. If you would like to just give us a couple of things to search to see what Google AI spits out, call us. Fire up the phones right now. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Sometimes it doesn't spit out an AI, and it spits out actual search links. So we'll see if what you come up with spits out an AI response. You ready for another one?
Sure.
Ratchet gurgle. I see, that's funny, isn't it?
That actually sounds like something that could be a thing.
But it's so Google AI, I type in ratchet gurgle, and Google AI spits out Ratchet gurgle is a sound, not a mechanical device itself. The term likely refers to the clicking and rattling noise produced by a ratchet instrument, also known as a grogger.
Okay, hold on. When you said ratchet gurgle, the first thing I thought of was the of a ratchet set. That actually made sense when you said it. I hear the ratchet gurgle. I knew exactly what it was, and Google AI confirmed it.
But it's not a gurgle.
It's a sound.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? There's more. Phones are ringing, by the way. If you've got some crazy, stupid terms that you'd like us to put into AI, Google Search Live to see what it spits out, call us. 800-990-1047. Here's the next. So I type this in. Chocolate pelvis.
That sounds like it could be something, too.
So I typed in chocolate pelvis. Listen to what Google AI spit out. Chocolate pelvis is a colloquial term referring to endometriomas, not endometriosis, but endometriomas, which are ovarian cysts filled with dark old blood resembling chocolate due to endometriosis. Come on, is that really? You're telling me that I just make up chocolate pelvis? And I don't believe that for a minute. Any endometriosis medical experts listening?
I mean,
you ever hear of chocolate pelvis?
I mean, they're scanning every medical journal ever created to find one article that mentions chocolate and pelvis.
You ready for the next one? Lasagna wang.
That sounds like it could be something, too.
I type in lasagna wang. Lasagna wang doesn't seem to be well known or recognized. It's possible that the term could be used in a specific context, like a local dish, name, a persona reference, or even a typing mistake. To provide more accurate answer, more context, the most likely meaning is a misinterpretation of the spelling of lasagna or lasagna wang. Which could refer to a variation of the traditional dish or a specific recipe or recipe creator. Lasagna wang. Then I typed in chlamydia cheeseburger.
That sounds like something as well. I don't know that I'd order it.
And then it says, no, you cannot get chlamydia from eating a cheeseburger.
Okay, but that's true.
Yeah, I mean, look at the last one you read before you read chlamydia cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I mean, it said this is not a word, but it might mean this. It's kind of spitballing. All
right, you ready for this?
Sure.
I typed in deep fried anus.
Okay, you're just looking for trouble.
Hang on. Then we'll go to phones. Hang on a minute.
I think that's actually a delicacy in some parts of the world.
So, no, look at line 3. Line 3 wants me to type in something similar before I even mention this. All right, so I type in deep fried anus into Google AI, and it says often refers to a dish called quarta, a dish of boiled and pan-fried horse rectum, popular in some Central Asian countries.
I told you it's a delicacy.
Get out of here. Horse rectum?
Yes.
Oh.
Listen.
And then wait a minute. Last one. I typed in Dookie Buffet.
It sounds like the world's worst buffet. It sounds like it's legitimately something, though.
Apparently, Dookie Buffet is a Korean buffet-style restaurant. Get out of here. Are you serious?
I've been to some pretty awful
You
buffets.
can go to a Dookie Buffet in Korea?
And get a poo-poo platter?
Oh, no. There you go. Fester, I'm surprised it didn't make the connection.
I know.
Oh, no.
Guess
we're at the Dookie Buffet.
All right, hold on.
Yes.
So the big knock on AI is they say, nonsense in, nonsense out. You put stupid stuff into AI, you get stupid. It's like you ask stupid questions, you get stupid answers. And that seems to be what this is.
All right, I got a question for you in just a minute.
Okay.
I want you to try something. Let me go to phones, and let me go to every line wants me to. You got it set up? We're going to type in what the listener wants.
All right.
Let's grab. You know what? Let me go to line 4. JoJo had something similar to my deep fried anus.
Right.
JoJo in Plant City. JoJo, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Yes, I came up with a combination, a compound word, cherry anus.
Okay, so that's similar to my Fester. Type in cherry anus.
That actually sounds.
I don't think that we should type that in.
That sounds like a medical condition.
Yeah.
Let's.
Or something else, Fester.
Guess what? Oh, do we have safe? Turn safe search off.
I don't know how to do that.
Just stop. Let me handle this. All right, just go away. All right, let me
safe search off.
Get your hands. All right, so safe search is off. Oh no. Hey, Jojo, we don't want to tell you what we don't want to deal with cherry anus. All right.
Yeah.
That actually, I was a little worried about that.
Yeah. Well, you should be worried.
Yeah, Jojo, it's actually a term, and several definitions pop up.
It's in the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
All right,
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that did not even return an AI response. Jojo, thank you though.
All right, let's move away from all butt related.
Let me go to Tony in Tampa. Tony in Tampa, what nonsense do you want us to type into Google AI?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, Tony.
Hey, MJ, how about toilet knives?
Oh, I like it. Toilet knives. Oh, no, it did not return an AI search. It returned an actual, it looks like a toilet scraper.
It looks like a toilet cleaning wand. Original poop knife, the gag gift.
Well, that's for sale on Amazon. Yeah.
Then let's go toilet pickles.
I like that. All right, Festa, type in toilet pickles.
There we go. Now we're thinking.
Oh, I don't want to know what that is. Toilet pickles.
Jeez, what gross listeners we have. And now pictures of toilets full of pickles popped up.
Oh, yeah. The pictures of toilet. Right, so both, though, that did not generate an AI response. All right? But thanks for trying. All right.
Some of the questions. What is the best thing to use to unclog a toilet full of pickles?
All right. Carlos in Tampa. Carlos, what are you laughing at, Michelle?
Push it down and pull apart.
What? What are you What toilet pickles?
How to use the plunger correctly to get the pickles out. Push it down and pull apart.
Yeah.
Do you really need that instruction?
I mean, if you need to know how to. All right, let's go to Carlos.
All right, Carlos in Tampa. Hi, Carlos. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ. I got muffler bearing.
That sounds like a real thing.
No, that's like turn signal fluid.
And you guys that used to come into the mechanic shop.
Yeah, that's like
there's no such thing.
There's no such thing as a muffler bearing.
Okay.
No.
But it's not ridiculous enough. As to where, I type muffler bearing in, videos pop up on YouTube. How to replace muffler bearings. How to replace muffler bearings.
There are no bearings in a muffler.
Okay, that's fine.
No,
but it's too close to something that could actually be a thing. Bearings and automotive
How about if we just make the first word a one-syllable word?
No, I don't.
I'm not going to say it.
It's not coming up. But thank you.
Hold on. Let me leave the LER off.
All right, let's.
Nothing comes up with that either, Michelle.
All right, let me go to Catherine in Sarasota. Catherine, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show. What's your?
Hi.
What do you want us to search?
Placenta swirls.
Placenta swirls?
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh no! All right. Okay. All right, here it is. Okay, we got an AI. We have it. She's cracking herself up. She's cracking. All right, so AI just returned on Google. AI overview: swirls in the context of the placenta typically refer to swirling blood flow pattern seen within placenta lakes or lacunae. These are fluid-filled spaces within the placenta.
That's a real thing, it seems like.
It's a real thing.
There's no. All right.
It's giving a legitimate answer that's believable enough.
All right, Catherine, do you have any knowledge of placenta? Are you in the medical field?
I know it has something to do with a woman's pregnancy. That's all I know.
Oh, yeah. Well, placenta is obviously part of the birth process. But so placenta swirls, I don't think that's real, but it's trying to justify it. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Let me go to line 3. Oh, no.
What?
James in Wesley Chapel.
All right, what does he have?
James, what do you want us to type into Google AI?
Penis lanyard.
Oh, no.
James, that sounds like something that... 1,000 different penis lanyards popped up.
Yeah, you can buy. You can buy that.
Oh.
You can look at this, a lanyard to hang your work ID badge from and hang it from your wang. Thank you, James.
Stores like Todd's.
Actual lanyards popped up with wieners on them.
Thank you.
That's a terrible answer.
All right. Should we just?
We got a couple more.
Let me grab Brant. Last one. Brant in Clearwater. Brant, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. I was thinking tuna fish carburetor.
Tuna fish carburetor.
Okay.
Oh, but it's generating.
There you go.
All right. Tuna fish carburetor.
Yeah.
The phrase tuna fish carburetor likely refers to a playful juxtaposition. While carburetor is a mechanical part of an engine and tuna fish is a food, there's no direct connection between the two in a literal sense. However, there might be a semantic connection if someone is trying to express a situation where something is tuned or adjusted.
Okay.
So
I'll buy that.
when you want to tune your carburetor, it's a tuna fish carburetor.
You just got to watch out for the smell afterward, right?
I guess so.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the call, Brant.
All right.
Hey, have a great day, guys.
All right. Oh, Tim in Plant City's been holding, but I don't think it's going to. So, Tim, what do you want us to search?
I want you to search up Dungle Funk.
All right, whole thing. Dungle funk comes up in the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, you go read the definition of that in the Urban Dictionary. All right, Tim. Tim.
Oh.
All right, goodbye, Tim. Yeah, but don't just.
Come on.
Dungle funk is a stinky toot.
He probably knew what that was anyway. All right, so folks,
Joke's on us.
If you want to have fun, then just start putting nonsense into Google and see what the AI tries to generate and tries to justify its genius. Because some of the crap, as you can hear, you're just getting nonsense is getting spit out. All right, Fester.
Yes.
I have a request.
Okay.
Now, I mentioned this before, but I finally brought it in.
What do you got?
But I have a question.
What is it?
If you're not overdosing on opioids, what happens if you just squirt Narcan up your nose?
Why wouldn't you do it to find out? Why wouldn't we do it together?
Because I've made a career out of having other people do crazy crap.
No, listen, I don't know that Narcan is... What is the effect of Narcan if you don't have a overdose?
Well, maybe we should type that into Google AI.
I got a better idea.
What?
How about you score me a box of pills?
Hang on.
And then I'll take like 10 of them, and then we'll find
Oh,
out.
no,
listen,
Fester.
I'm just looking for any way to feed a habit.
All right, so here's the deal.
No.
If you could put me in front of a tackle box full of,
Where did you get that?
The house, Julian gave this to me.
Yeah, I hid them all.
I know. Well, guess what? I brought him in. So here's the deal. Julian, our son, is up at college. He's up at NYU. And last year, NYU gave out like free Narcan. Julian got like 20 bottles of Narcan. Yeah. And of course, Narcan is very beneficial if somebody does overdose on opioids that, if they're about to, OD, you squirt the Narcan up their nose and it'll save someone's life. And I've got this, I'm holding this up to MJTV. It's from NYC Health. And they were handing out these pouches. And look at this. Let me open this thing up. So inside, I've got four Narcan things. I think these are like $30 if you try to buy them at the pharmacy. I've got $120 worth of free Narcan right here.
Jeez, how bad is the NYU overdosing problem if they're giving out Narcan left, right, and center?
I know.
They're giving out Narcan like they're giving away beer koozies.
Serious question. Serious question. Yeah. Has Julian had any friends OD in New York City?
No.
Or that he knew of or through the grapevine?
So
nothing.
Fester, do you want to open one of these up and squirt it up your nose and see what happens if you?
So hold on.
Yeah.
Back to the Google AI.
Yeah.
Of course, I did a little research in the 15 seconds I had to prepare for this.
Well, just type in.
I don't want to do it because I don't want to eliminate one out of the circulation in case we meet somebody who actually needs
look at
it.
this. So Fester types in taking Narcan if you're not overdosing. And it says that naloxone,
which is the active ingredient,
is the
drug.
Naloxone, I think, is the name. Narcan, I think, is a brand name.
Okay.
And naloxone is the actual chemical composition. All right. So naloxone will not harm someone if you give it to them and they are not overdosing on an opioid. Yeah. So it's safe. Let's squirt it up your schnoz.
Let's have a Narcan party. Let's invite everybody. But I would prefer to save it in case. I would actually want to leave. MG, seriously, this is all no kidding aside. I would want to leave one or two of them in our morning show office because we work at a radio station with a wide variety of people.
Right. Now you're reading my mind. All right. You are reading my mind. So we've had this pouch of 4 Narcans that Julian gave me, and Julian's got like dozens apparently. They were giving them out like a free bowl of mints at a diner.
Take as many as you want.
I'm serious. I'm serious. So I have 4 of them. Julian's got dozens apparently. All right, so you're reading my mind. I'm actually going to keep one right here in my filing cabinet here in the studio. Because what if? I mean, we got some of our salespeople here. They're clearly doing drugs.
Some of our management, I'm wondering about.
Clearly on drugs.
There's one guy I haven't met in 3 years.
So I'm gonna keep the Narcan. I'm gonna keep one. Holding it up to MJTV.
Okay.
I'm going to keep one right in my file cabinet over here. I'm also going to keep one in our car. These are not doing any good at the house. No one's gonna OD at our house.
Does the temperature of your car affect the Narcan? Because the car gets up to what, like 150 degrees in the summer.
I don't think keeping it in the car is a good idea.
Hold on. Store at room temperature or refrigerated between. Yeah,
you can't keep it in your car then.
Right.
No, because in Florida our cars get to like 140 something inside. But I'm guessing that.
I'll tell you this.
I'm guessing that cooked Narcan is better than no Narcan. It's like if you're like in a Wawa filling up and someone's going and they're ODing on pump 6. I'm guessing that it's better to have some Narcan than to have no Narcan.
This has been in my car for 6 months. I'm not sure if this will work.
They're unresponsive. They can't hear you.
What I would tell you, MJ, is keep it in that ridiculous sized satchel that you carry.
It's not what are you talking about? It's a small. Yeah. Oh, you mean my work bag?
Yeah, you have a bag that's disproportionately large for your size, and you carry it every day.
It's just a work bag to carry my show prep in.
You look a little awkward carrying it, but that's not here nor there. What I'm saying is keep one of the Narcans in the bag because you take it in and out of your car every day. Right? You take it in and out of the house every day, too?
Yeah.
When you get home, you take it in. So it's not always in a car temperature, and you'll have it with you. Because wherever you are, that bag is.
Good. All right. So unless it's like a weekend and somebody, I go to Home Depot to get a new shower head, and someone's ODing in the parking lot.
That's called natural selection. I mean, we can't control everything. Right?
Yes, Michelle?
I was going to say you need a Merce.
I'm not kidding.
I've been telling you for years to get yourself a Merce.
Right.
You got a phone, you got a wallet. Sometimes you got some other junk going on. Keys. You need a Merce.
I went through the phase with the fanny pack.
Right. So just get a Merce.
Which contains something that went bang. But
dude, there's no room in that fanny pack.
I look back. I look back and I say, man, why the hell did I have that fanny pack? Ugh.
Nerd.
Ted Webb turned me onto the fanny pack.
Yeah, when it's so much easier to have a hip clip.
All right. 7:54 at the MJ Morning Show. This is crazy. Think of Michelle knows the answer, so you're out. Think of major clothing designers.
Yes.
Like just start spitting out some of the major clothing designers. And I'll tell you right now that this designer is men and women as far as their product line goes.
Okay.
And kids. So even spit it out. Because the CEO of this fashion house says that sometimes employees need to be hit with a 2x4 across the forehead.
Okay.
All right. What fashion house do you think this might be?
Calvin Klein.
No. But you're very close.
Tommy Hilfiger.
No, but you're very close. Oh, dude, you're dancing all around it.
Ralph Lauren.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Look at that.
Bester.
I own no article of clothing from any of those places.
By the way, is it Ralph Lauren or is it Ralph Lauren?
I think it's Ralph Lauren.
You think it is?
Yeah.
And it's a made-up name. Because Ralph,
Are you sure?
Ralph Lauren's real name is like Jaime Lipschitz. All right?
I would rather buy something named Jaime Lipschitz. What are you wearing? I'm wearing Jaime Lipschitz.
Look, seriously, look up Ralph Lauren's real name.
Ralph Lauren.
And I'm not far. It's like something like that, or
All right, so Ralph Lauren's Wikipedia.
What's his real name? His real, it is.
Ralph.
It's Ralph Lifshitz.
That's even better than Lipshitz.
Mm-hmm.
So Ralph Lauren's real name, I knew so it's Ralph Lifshitz is his real name.
Oh my!
Dude,
How awesome would that be if
yeah,
there were shirts all over with Lipshitz on it? Oh my God! What a missed opportunity!
So here's the deal.
What marketing idiot told him to change his name?
The current CEO of Ralph Lauren or Ralph Lauren.
Is it not Ralph Lauren himself? He's still alive.
Mm-mm.
He's 85 years old. He is still alive. But Patrice Louvet is the current CEO of Ralph Lauren and says there are big issues in the workplace, and he's forcibly addressing them, and that will help keep careers on track. Listen to this. If there's a big issue when you've got to start with the issue and go straight on, he told some kind of LinkedIn podcast. So LinkedIn has a podcast called This Is Working Podcast. Sometimes people need to be hit by a 2x4 across the forehead because it doesn't always register right. So you get the CEO of a major company saying that employees need to be hit across the head with a 2x4?
Is he wrong?
I wonder if the 2x4 has the guy with the polo stick sitting on top of the horse. If it's a logo 2x4,
It's hit him in the head with a polo stick.
is that good for a CEO in this day and age to say that an employee needs to be hit across the head with a 2x4?
I mean, was he speaking completely literally?
Listen, I don't think that he's literally walking up to some employee at a cubicle at Ralph Lauren headquarters and smashing him over the head with some yellow wood, you know?
Old Bay City plywood guys aren't coming over to smack people.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. All right, 7:57 at the MJ Morning Show. Cash Kitty happens in 3 minutes. So 8 o'clock is 3 minutes away, actually 2.5 minutes now. And we'll give you the new keyword in moments. So heads up.
Ooh,
Guess what's getting national news right now? Oh, and we have lightning tickets to give away.
Okay.
You know what? Before I get into, we have an item making national news. Do I have time? Yeah, I can quickly do this because we're not going to spend a ton of time on it. But I just want to bring this back up. The story that we talked about this week, the guy that attacked the 11-year-old and held her on the ground because he thought that she was throwing eggs at his apartment. Well, now it's popping up in the national news. So I'm doing, I saw it on abcnews.com last night. The New York Post had a story last night.
You know, stories like that take a day or two to trickle out to the national media.
Yeah, we have it. Sometimes we have it days ahead of time.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a local item, we'll have it sometimes days ahead of time. And now, for instance, New York Post, Florida man arrested after attacking 11-year-old girl. He was convinced threw eggs at his home. Police arrested a man in Florida. Yeah, right here in the Tampa Bay area. Right here in Tampa. Marius Mutu, 43, faces charges for battery, false imprisonment. Yeah, 11-year-old girl was like tackled, pinned to the ground. She's begging for her life, essentially, because this Marius Mutu guy thought that the 11-year-old girl who was walking by his apartment in Tampa was the one throwing eggs. And then somebody in the apartment complex from their balcony is shooting down from the second floor, watching this guy pinning the girl on the ground, like trying to pull her hands behind her back like he's trying to cuff her, like a cop. Yeah, this guy ended up getting cuffed by the cops. Yes. Unbelievable. So now it's this local story is starting to make local news here.
I mean, look, he has his arm around her, on her shoulder, behind her neck.
Yeah. Here's the audio we played the other day.
I wasn't doing anything, I swear to God. I swear on my God,
This is horrible. I wasn't doing anything, I swear to God. Help me, help me.
Get off of her!
And then finally, neighbors are like jumping in. Anyway, cops were called. Marius Mutu, M-U-T-U. I mean, how else would you pronounce it? Mutu. So Marius has been busted, and Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office took him into custody, and he's been charged with battery and false imprisonment, and this guy's in trouble. Sheriff Chronister, who Michelle and I saw yesterday at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's yearly memorial service recognizing 17 fallen Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office deputies over the years, ceremony in Ybor yesterday morning. Chad Chronister said this child endured a terrifying and traumatic experience at the hands of someone who chose to take matters into his own hands.
Dude, this guy, Mutu, he is so lucky that he just got arrested. I mean, you're in your apartment, MJ, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's this Easter Sunday.
Somebody could have shot him.
Easter Sunday, you're in your apartment, right? Doing your thing, right? Whatever. And you hear a young girl screaming, help me, help me.
You think they're getting raped or something? Or they're, they're going to be murdered, yeah. I mean, somebody might have been justified in, opening fire on this guy. Mutu. Anyway, now our local story is now making national news. Yeah, another bright spot up for the Tampa Bay area in the national spotlight. All right, 8:01 at the MJ Morning Show. Let's do the word. You got plenty of time, folks. All right, so I'm a minute and a half late giving out the word. It doesn't matter. You got till 8:25 to send it in. All right, here's the word. This hour's word is vote. That's VOTE. Text the word vote nationwide to 45911. The word is vote. Text the word vote nationwide right now to 45911 for a shot at $1,000 cash, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myq105.com. The word is vote. Good luck. That's the 8 o'clock word. Then we'll do another word at 10, then noon, then 3, then 5 p.m. Let me use vote in a sentence. I, MJ, I vote that Michelle stays on the MJ Morning Show permanently. Yup.
Michelle, you got to let me know. Will you stay or will you go? The job you're doing's more than fine. MJ Morning Show. MJ is cheese, cheese, cheese. Holy crap, you're telling me. What? Michelle can bring him to his knees. She's got the leverage, make it pay. One day she's here, the next she's back. Unless you're not, so make it pay. And she's been taking up the slack. That's worth another 20K. So come on and tell the show. We really, really wanna know. Should she stay or should she go? On the MJ Morning Show. Should she stay or should she go now? Michelle make MJ squirm. Should she stay or should she go now? Michelle make MJ squirm. If she goes, MJ's in trouble. The good lives in a bubble. If she stays, he'll pay her double. His cheeks will make him grow. So come on and let us go. That's her call the show. Should she stay or should she go?
Hey, Michelle, I've done calculations. I've got a spreadsheet going, right?
You don't even know how to make a spreadsheet. You wouldn't even know where to find a spreadsheet in any app or program on your device.
I've got Office, man. I do have a spreadsheet. I only use
What's it called?
I only use Word.
Yeah. What's the spreadsheet application called there? What's that program called?
Hang on a minute. I can open it.
Oh, you got it.
I've got Office.
Isn't it called like Excel or something?
Excel. Yeah. That's right. It's Excel spreadsheet. That's right. It is.
What's it called in Google?
I don't know.
Yeah. You don't even know how to share a document. You can't even find your hard drive.
Please stop it.
That sounds like a personal dude.
You can't find my hard drive.
That sounds like a personal problem.
But seriously, it's like 98% of the people that contact me via email. Folks, you can always email me, mj@mjmorningshow.com. mj@mjmorningshow.com. You can email me anything. You have a hot tip, gossip, something we need to know. If you want to remain anonymous, just let me know. Just want to say hi. mj@mjmorningshow.com. My email is open 24 hours a day. Or you can direct message me on Instagram. I'm certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. So 98% or so of the people want you to stay on the show permanently and not just be a flash in the pan temporary fill-in.
That's me, and I'll vote with the 2%.
What do you mean Chloe's on the phone?
What a 2%er you are, Michelle.
Andrew is telling me that Chloe's phoned in, our Our daughter Chloe's on the phone, Michelle.
Oh, your firstborn.
Is it an emergency? A crisis?
I don't know. Yes, Chloe. Welcome to Mommy and Daddy show.
All right. Don't call it that.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, don't make it weirder than it is.
Really.
Why are you calling in?
Okay, I have the best idea. I am going to need you to take off tomorrow, though. Okay?
Wait, you have an idea? You want me to take off from work tomorrow?
Yes.
You have to, because my office...
Oh, so what? Just the Fester and Michelle show?
No.
It's just going to be Mom and Fester tomorrow, because tomorrow is Bring Your Child to Work Day. And because you're just so juvenile, I thought I would be like you would fit right in. So can you please come into my office tomorrow?
That's hysterical.
It's at the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office tomorrow is Bring Your Child to Work Day, and you want to bring me?
It's a national day.
Yeah, it's a national day.
It's a national
okay.
Bring Your Child to Work Day.
Yeah, and I'm chaperoning so we could hang out, and you could be with all the kids. You'd fit right in.
It's always the fourth Thursday of April every year.
All right.
And this year it's
tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. It's Wednesday, April 24th.
Chloe, they have a special room or a little pen where they're putting all the kids, and he'll have to hang out there?
First, they're going to start out by eating their breakfast. So, Dad, you can come in, and you can start eating your breakfast with all the other kids. And then I think there are a few different activities going on.
Yeah.
I think Madam State Attorney is going to talk with them. They're also going to go to the courthouse and do a tour. And I'm chaperoning during that. So,
You would
Dad,
love
you
that.
can go on that. Dad, you can go on that. And then you can also, Dad, do a mock trial if you don't know what a trial is.
Okay,
Awesome.
He knows.
Yeah, I know.
He knows.
Awesome.
I know all about that.
He can write a short book on it.
I also know about drunk lawyers, and I also know about disbarred lawyers as well. Yeah.
You know, Chloe, I have a feeling if you brought him to the office, he might teach a few people there a couple of things.
Yeah. Chloe, I'm not taking off from work tomorrow. Ha, ha, ha. Very funny.
You would get to ride with her in her car.
Yeah.
Ooh,
In a car seat.
You have to ride in the back.
Get a booster seat, and I'll ride in the back seat.
There you go.
I've said that about you for years now.
Chloe, very funny. Thanks for calling in. Get to work. Drive safely. Goodbye.
All right, bye.
Bring Your Child to Work Day.
No, so tomorrow is Bring Your National, Take Your Sons and Daughters. Why do they call it Sons and Daughters? Take your National.
Take your freaking kid to work day.
Yeah, take your freaking kid to work day.
So are you supposed to yank them out of school?
Wait a second. Is that politically incorrect?
Take your freaking kid?
No. What if your kid doesn't identify? What if you get a 2-year-old that is a they?
I think that's why they.
What if your 2-year-old has already said, I'm not a he, I'm not a she, I am a them?
I think that's why they took it away from sons and daughters to work day, just to not be gender specific and just take somebody.
How about take your genetic offspring to work day?
Doesn't even have to be genetic. I mean, just take an offspring. Take something. Take your dog to work day.
No, that's on Fridays.
Oh, that's another thing.
Is it?
That's another thing.
Is it really?
Well, I think some people make it like every week.
I could take Mabel to work someday.
I think some people seriously bring their dogs to work every day. It's like a lot of places have Fridays. Is take your dog to work day Friday, right?
They have that at Chloe's office.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
Yeah. We used to have a guy here who brought his dog to work all the time.
Is there a flea problem at the?
I don't think so. I think those are all very responsible pet owners there.
Not really. There's a couple of fleas in that office.
Hey, the FDA. What time is it? 8:09. All right, so we're still in the middle of your ability to text in the word for the cash kitty.
Yeah, it's a 15-minute window.
No, it's more than that.
How long
it's
is it?
a 25-minute window.
Apologies.
Yeah, because it used to be you had to have the word in by 15:15. Now it's 25 minutes past.
So the key is to get to a safe spot. Don't text while you drive, please.
All right. But the other thing I wanted to mention was we're giving away lightning tickets. So the lightning. Oh, you know what? Let me mention quickly before I forget. So we have lightning tickets to give away sometime this morning. So between now and the end of the program, we'll give away lightning tickets, and this will be for Game 2 of the NHL playoffs for the first round. Lightning got their clock cleaned last night at Amalie. The Florida Panthers just destroyed the Lightning 6-2 in Game 1. Yeah, Lightning was a blunder last night.
I was lightning.
Then the blunder. Lightning. They did a blunder last night. Blunder. blunder. Lightning had a blunder. Yeah, come on, man. They better bounce back with Game 2 tomorrow night.
Yeah, or else. MJ will be very upset.
And then...
The biggest sports fan in Tampa Bay here.
I'm going to have to have a chat. I'm going to have a chat with Vagisilevsky, all right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to have a little chat over there. All right, but we do have tickets for Game 2. We'll give them away sometime this morning. Just keep listening to the MJ Morning Show here on 104.7 FM, Q105, and we'll tell you when to call in, what number caller to be. So I had the idea, if you heard the beginning of the show, you always hear about the puck drop. You know, like last night, the puck dropped late. They said it was an 8:30 puck drop, but it didn't. I don't think the puck dropped until like 8:52.
Yeah, it was a really late start for the game. Too late for me.
Yeah.
I shut it off after the first period.
So Lightning got clobbered. So the puck drop. We all know about the puck drop. Now, tomorrow night, the puck drop's supposed to be 6:30, so an earlier start. I had the idea that before the puck drop, every game, there ought to be like a fun promotional tie-in, the schmuck drop.
Yeah.
So every Lightning home game, some fan is chosen, and they dangle him from his head or dangle him from his feet and then drop them on their head center ice. And it's the schmuck drop.
Oh, man.
And you have one of those TGH hockey helmets on them. And then the tie-in for TGH is, do they still have the TGH logo on the
helmet?
Are they still there?
Yeah.
Is it still there?
I saw them last night. Yeah,
all right. So they still have. So what happens is maybe you nominate somebody for the schmuck drop, or maybe they pick somebody with like the schmuck cam. You know, they just scan the audience and they zoom in on someone. Then an usher escorts them to center ice, and just before the game. Or maybe you just maybe you nominate somebody.
I don't like schmuck cam because if you're not ready to get dropped on your head.
All right, so you'd have to, somebody would have to agree to do it, obviously. But before every game on home ice, they drop somebody, center ice, dangling from their feet. They drop them on their head, and that's the schmuck drop. And then the TGH tie-in is right after they get dropped on their head with the helmet, then they can take them by ambulance over to TGH for like an MRI. Or a CT scan.
I think it's a brilliant idea. The corporate tie-ins.
The schmuck drop is phenomenal.
Right.
All right, so, Lightning headquarters, Lightning front office, why don't you go ahead and chew on that one?
You know,
that's a free idea from the genius of the MJ Morning Show, schmuck drop.
Tampa Bay Lightning can go directly from honoring a World War II veteran
to the schmuck drop.
Absolutely. Yes. Do you think the Lightning would hire a full-time schmuck to, like, be the droppee? Because, you know, that'd be a good side hustle.
Be the droppee?
Well, think about it. So let's say they don't...
So you drop the same person every time?
And everybody gets really excited because they bring out the schmuck. Bring out the schmuck.
Sort of like the lightning bug.
Dun, 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 the schmuck walks out. You know, I would apply for that job. I'd be the lightning schmuck.
The thunderbug.
That'd be a good side hustle.
The thunderbug.
You walk out, be a local hero.
The lightning schmuck. I like it. I'm telling you, there's something there. There's something. All right, 8:14 at the MJ Morning Show. Michelle, did you cobble together the list of foods? Were you able to put something together?
No, I think it's just too vast. It's not there. I couldn't find a list that says like Fruit Loops.
I know.
Pop-Tarts.
Well, we know a couple of them. Fruit Loops is on the list.
What are you looking
sure.
for? What's the list?
Here's the deal.
Why don't you ask AI?
So news came out yesterday. Now, we knew that there were rumblings and grumblings about this, but the FDA is really going to move toward the phase-out of certain food dyes. And some of the products, some of the brand names that are well-known that use some of these dyes.
What?
The actual dyes.
Hold on.
What?
He's going to put his hands on Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Yes, that's like top of the list.
Okay, all right.
So the FDA.
Okay, this guy lost my vote.
Who's he?
Whoever the guy is.
Well, you get the FDA commissioner.
Who's that?
But then it's
whoever's pushing. Whoever wants to put their hands on the Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
But also RFK Jr.
Yes.
RFK. He as HHS secretary, he's making a big deal about this. But listen,
so HHS and FDA.
Yeah. All right. So the FDA is pushing for the phase out of artificial dyes, which are petroleum-based, by the end of next year. And let me give you some of the examples. So some of the big companies that are affected here are General Mills, Kellogg, the Kellogg Company. They're great. PepsiCo.
They're full of dyes.
The Mars Company, the candy maker Mars. And give you an example. The fluorescent traffic cone, like reddish, orangish, the color of Flaming Hot Cheetos. I don't know about regular Cheetos, but the Flaming Hot Cheetos, are those more red than the normal?
Oh, yeah. They are red.
All right, so Flaming Hot Cheetos are red.
Because they're flaming hot.
All right, I'm not a huge Cheeto eater.
Okay.
But, so this would not necessarily bring an end to Cheetos fingers.
Right, because they would say orange.
So I guess the orange apparently is going to be okay, but the Flaming Hot Cheetos, the red dye used in those Cheetos would be banned.
So here's I just pulled.
Yeah.
Since you're not familiar with them.
Yeah, but it's still it's not like fire engine red. It looks like it's like an orangey red.
Okay.
It's like a tomatoey red.
They use the dye, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, there's no doubt about it.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, Flamin' Hot Cheetos is its own food group in my life, and I would be very upset if they changed.
So among the foods that could be screwed as far as the coloring, the food dyes that are used, Flaming Hot Cheetos, the brilliant teal color of Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Oh, that's the best of the Mountain Dews.
And some of the colors in Skittles. And then when you look at the breakfast cereals, Michelle mentioned Fruit Loops. Now, remember, months ago, we did a story how there's a big difference between Fruit Loops sold in America versus Fruit Loops sold in Canada. The color is way different. Our colors are vibrant, like spray paint that's used.
We have the Canadian ones have a much more muted color to them.
A duller color because they're using natural colors. They're using natural pigments for the coloring. And if you held up a handful of Canadian Fruit Loops versus U.S. Fruit Loops, it's night and day. It's like almost like the Wizard of Oz going from black and white to color. Seriously. And the point is that the vibrant colors that come from these artificial dyes are based from petroleum, oil, that they're petroleum-derived colors. So it's like you're eating a gas nozzle every morning or whatever.
Ew. Yeah. Gross.
So the FDA is pushing. By the way, the FDA commissioner is Marty McCary. For the last 50 years, American children have increasingly been living in a toxic soup of synthetic chemicals. FDA Commissioner Marty McCary said at a press conference yesterday, food and beverage companies use additives like Red Dye 40 to give cereal, chips, sports drinks, and other products bright hues to attract shoppers. But backlash against artificial colorants has been brewing in the U.S. for more than a decade. So we're looking at...
I'll tell you right now.
Let me tell you right now what they're looking at. Red dye number 40, yellow dye number 5, yellow dye number 6, blue dye 1, blue dye 2, green dye 3. And I think they're also looking for like a voluntary phase out of red dye number 3. But Festa right now has a picture of a plate which has half Canadian Fruit Loops on the left and U.S. Fruit Loops on the right.
I will tell you right now, the Canadian Fruit Loops look disgusting.
Really?
They're all orange and yellow. They look all healthy and natural. Because what they do is they use carrot extract.
Yeah, they're using
watermelon extract, blueberry extract.
Yeah.
So here's the blueberry, there's the watermelon.
Yeah, they're using natural dyes versus our stuff. I mean, it looks like it's out of a box of Crayola crayons.
I mean, it looks like you're eating a bowl of neon chips. It really is.
But does it taste the same?
I don't see how it could taste better without the delicious petroleum.
I think you're going to need to fly up to Canada. Why don't you?
I don't like Fruit Loops.
We'll send Michelle to Canada to go pick up some Fruit Loops. And
I'm
then
a Cocoa Puffs girl.
We'll do a taste test. Hey, anyone going to Canada soon? Hey, seriously. Wait a sec. Snowbirds.
I think
hold on.
Hold on. This is the wrong year to ask for snowbirds.
Yeah, it is. I know. Right.
Yeah. They're pissed off.
They're not coming back with the Fruit Loops for you.
Yeah. Listen, Florida, we'll probably lose hundreds of millions in revenue because of pissed off Canadians right now.
Honestly,
that are not coming. So, like RJ, we've got a big Canadian fan that's been listening to us for years. So RJ in Canada,
does he listen to us?
He does. He listens to us either live on streaming or on the podcast every day. So RJ, if by any chance you're listening, RJ up in Canada, if you're listening to the show right now, or if we have any Canadian listeners that are listening live or watching us live on MJTV.
In Canada.
Yeah. Are you coming down to the Tampa Bay area soon? Because we want you to bring us a box of Canadian Fruit Loops.
Why?
So we can do a. What do you mean?
I want to do
it.
RJ, mail us a box of Canadian Fruit Loops and a pack of Smarties, please.
Or Skittles.
Well,
Skittles. So among the products that could be, in trouble, Kellogg's Fruit Loops, as far as what you're expecting, the Flaming Hot Cheetos, the Baja Blast Mountain Dew.
They keep attacking Skittles, but what about Starburst or Jolly Ranchers? Those are all in the same lane for me as far as like color and having all that sugary yuckness.
Michelle, I'm just scratching the surface of the products that are going to be affected by the phase out of these dyes. It's going to be a whole lot of things.
All right, these clickbait articles, they're attacking like the most emotional of the foods.
Yeah.
What? You can take my Skittles out of my cold dead hand.
Right.
Oh, man.
But Skittles, I don't think, are available in the UK. I think that Skittles used to be in the UK, and I think Skittles are off the mark. All right, go to Google AI. Can you buy Skittles in England? And I don't think you can. Did you type it in?
No,
not skillets. Are skillets banned in? You can't type worth crap.
Skittles.
Skittles.
It has all the same letters.
While Skittles aren't completely banned in all countries, certain versions of ingredients within Skittles, the European Union banned titanium dioxide as a food additive. Additionally, EU also requires warning labels on certain dyes like yellow 5, yellow 6. No, type in England. I'm telling you, I don't think you can buy. Can you buy Skittles? Just type in, can you buy Skittles in England?
That whole Brexit thing was over Skittles.
Say it again?
The whole Brexit, it was over Skittles. They're not part of the EU anymore because of Skittles.
All right. Skittles are not banned outright in England. They do contain an ingredient, titanium dioxide, that is banned in the EU and other countries. Skittles in the UK are reformulated to omit titanium dioxide. But then there's some country in Europe where Skittles are...
But here they're just a different formula. Why can't there be that same formula here in the States?
That's what I said.
Would it be such an outrageous difference?
Well, it would be so much more efficient, just the same ingredients, the same recipe everywhere.
Does it cost more? Is that what you're thinking?
They can't be as vibrant. Then their colors must be muted like Canadian Fruit Loops. But listen, I got an idea for Skittles. Instead of Skittles, taste the rainbow. Skittles, taste the cancer. Or Skittles, taste the titanium dioxide. What do you think?
I'm a fan of titanium dioxide. I don't know.
Why don't you get a bowl full?
I have a little shaker of it. I put it on top of stuff.
There you go. Did you see the video of Shaq?
No.
Oh, dude. Fester's going to have a field day with this one with his terrible Shaq impression. This is hysterical. Shaq is analyzing a Game 2 matchup of the Nuggets and the Clippers. And I guess Shaq had a go. Shaq, they're doing live analysis. What is that, on TNT?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, guess what? It was like some TNT going off in his stomach. So I think Shaq was about to have an explosive. He's a big dude. Can you imagine an explosive situation? Can you imagine Shaq? Holy. Have you heard the audio on this, Fester?
I mean, when you got to go, you got to go. No, I haven't.
Oh, this is hysterical. So in the middle of NBA analysis, Shaquille O'Neal, I guess something was a rumbling. Listen to what happened.
The other thing about Kawhi is, you all right, big fella? Catching a cramp.
Go ahead, keep talking, Jeff.
Yeah, we're on TV.
I know what we're doing. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's that.
And then he's doing a trot that he's trying to keep stuff up inside him so it doesn't blow out.
Yeah, he had to go.
Shaq literally walks off the inside the NBA TNT set in their big studio And in the middle of live TV, he just trots off because Shaq had to go.
So Kenny the Jet is talking, and you hear him, keep talking, Jet.
Here, listen.
Olive oil you've been drinking.
I know.
Hey, take some matches with you.
Oh, can you believe this?
All right,
this
play it again from the beginning. I want to hear the whole thing.
All right, here we go. Let me play the whole thing.
The other thing about Kawhi is, you all right, big fella? You catching a cramp?
Go ahead. Keep talking, Chuck.
Yeah, we're on TV.
I know what we're doing. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's that olive oil you've been drinking.
I know.
Hey,
I wonder if they left his wireless mic on. Then you could have heard. They could have listened to Shaq in the bathroom.
No.
Live on the.
They followed Shaq out into Studio 2.
Yeah.
some matches with you.
Hey, listen, he couldn't hold it.
He can't hold it.
After 40, he can't hold it no more.
That's a first.
He can't hold it.
Unless
hold
he's
it no
got
more after
something.
40.
That wasn't something planned, was it?
No,
That was not
not at all.
planned.
Hey, listen, he was in the back talking about he's going to drink alcohol to clear up his
No, he's been drinking the olive oil.
You know what?
So is that something? Is Shaq like? There's a trend where people are drinking like a tablespoon of olive oil every. There's this has popped up. I've seen this pop up on my reels. Some of these health folks online, they're pushing. You drink a quarter cup of olive oil every day. So I think they're insinuating that Shaq is drinking olive oil.
He's been taking shots of olive oil to clear his gut.
Oh, well, apparently his gut had to be cleared live on the TNT football basketball analysis.
Well, to clean his gut. It's cleaning his gut.
See?
I did not like his gait as he left.
No, he had his gait or his walk. He was doing like a kind of a scrunched up walk, almost like he was trying to keep stuff up in,
I think what he was saying was that olive oil hit.
Yeah, it must have.
Yeah.
That was not a typical walk right there.
Hey, he been drinking. He says he read somewhere if you drink a shot of olive oil.
I saw them doing that the other day in the makeup room.
They've been doing it. They're gonna do it. You have to do it for 2 weeks.
No, well,
you're
going to miss a lot of airtime then.
Hey, listen.
Listen, I just hope we got enough matches around here.
Please turn his mic off. That's all.
I mean, these guys do nothing but bust each other's chops. That's awesome.
I wonder if Shaq turned his wireless mic off, or if they just turned his mic off from the control room. But remember the funny scene in The Naked Gun? Remember Leslie Nielsen going to the bathroom?
That's another issue.
Hey, somebody go get some lighters.
Oh my God!
All right, yeah, let's.
You can't
How do we segue from that?
So NBA analysis on TNT turns into 2 minutes of Shaq having to scoot off the set because he's about to have a back-end blowout problem.
Listen, as soon as he started talking about the Nuggets, it was over. Hey, don't talk about the Nuggets.
Shaq, how's that olive oil working for you?
Man, it works really good. It runs right through you. It runs right through.
You can't even make this up. That's what I was going to say about Kawhi. I heard he has before.
Anyway, so that's funny.
I had a bad case of the Nuggets, but I almost left a Laker. Leaker. Laker? You got it?
So, Shaq, could it have been the Shaq-a-roni?
Shaq-a-roni Pizza's back at Papa John's. $12.99. You know what it is.
I'm saying, what made you have to go? Was it the Shaq-a-roni or was it the olive oil?
I straight drank that little cup of garlic butter that Papa John's puts on the side.
Oh.
I straight drank it.
Shots of garlic butter from Papa John's.
And it's good going in, but it's hell coming out.
Thank you, Shaq.
Shaq-a-roni Pizza right now at Papa John's.
Thank you. Hey, Michelle, are you aware of the craze that women are...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I thought... Nothing. I was going to think of something Shaq related, but...
No, I'm moving on.
Okay, well,
you just did like a
No, because
guess.
we're talking about Shaq. I don't know if we're going to bring him up. Shaq's opening up like his new restaurant in Wesley Chapel soon.
Oh.
Yeah,
Shaq's Big Shack Pizza or Big Shack Chicken.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes, so, I'll tell you what. The chicken, everyone's opening up chicken, man. The chicken space is getting very, very crowded. All kinds of chicken out there now. Very, very crowded category. All right. So, and Shaq's getting into the chicken game now.
He already has a bunch of stores. This is just the first one in Tampa.
I want to see him make an appearance in Tampa and, like, run from the appearance to the bathroom. Just like he did on the TNT set. All right, so Michelle, are you aware of this? There is apparently a craze for some kind of a beaded lobster purse. Have you seen this?
No.
All right, look this up. Women are clamoring. Women apparently are going nuts for some kind of a beaded lobster purse that's sold in stores like TJ Maxx and Marshalls.
Oh.
It's like a white purse, and it's got like 6 lobsters or 5 lobsters on each side. And they're red lobsters on a white purse. And women are going. So you were unaware of this?
Completely unaware.
Michelle, I'm telling you, stop with your Chanel and Gucci crap and get yourself a lobster purse at Marshalls. Why don't you drop the whole South Tampa hoity-toity mom act, okay?
Okay. It sounds like you can't even get it. I don't know what. I can't even see who makes it.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Question for our listeners. Are there any women out there that are familiar with the lobster purse? You know, the Red Lobster purse, but it has nothing to do with Red Lobster, the chain of restaurants. It's a purse with red lobsters on it.
I mean, do you at least get a discount if you show up to the Red Lobster with this purse?
Are there any listeners right now? Are there any women? Are you aware of the craze for people trying to get the Red Lobster purse at various chain stores like Marshalls or TJ Maxx? Do we have any women that are listening that have a lobster purse? All right, 800. Oh, by the way, we just heard Andrew, turn on your microphone, please. We just had a Q105 winner.
Get out.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, someone just won $1,000. The window closed at 8:25. We just got notified by corporate. Andrew, can you give me details, please?
William Schultz from Ruskin.
William Schultz from Ruskin. Just one. Do you have his number? Do you have his number? No.
Can you get it?
Yeah. See if you can contact someone at corporate. Get his number. Let's dial up William Schultz. So William Schultz, listening to the MJ Morning Show right now in Ruskin. He sent in the keyword at 8 o'clock, the cash kitty word. He just won $1,000 here on the MJ Morning Show. So look at that. A Q105 listener just won $1,000. Phenomenal. Congratulations, William. William, if you're listening, call us, 800-990-1047. William and Ruskin, if you're listening, 800-990-1047. Dial us up. And women, any women trying to get the lobster purse. So there are reports that women are camping out to hope to get a lobster purse when the next truck comes in at TJ Maxx or Marshalls or other stores. If anyone has any insight into this, please let us know. Shoppers are on full alert. They're calling it like a scavenger hunt, trying to find a white beaded purse covered with little red lobsters.
I really don't understand the appeal of that.
I'll tell you what, it is fugly.
Yes, I don't even think it's attractive.
Yeah.
You can only wear it with so many things. It's not, and those beads are going to be just a disaster. They're going to be falling off. The lobsters are going to get all messed up. I'm telling you, I avoid that kind of stuff. Look at all those purses. They're so cute.
Hold on, go back to the one you just had with the ladies holding up the bag.
Some of those are very cute, but not that lobster one.
Yeah, go back to the one you just had with the lady. I want to hear what she has to say.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Make sure this is the one.
Yeah, right there. All right.
It's just
she's not speaking.
She's just demoing them.
There's a lady did she just lick the strap?
She might have.
She just licked the strap on her lobster bag. Hey, lady, your handbag doesn't taste like lobster.
Okay, she put her mouth up to it. She doesn't lick it.
Oh, look like she licked it.
The strawberries are cute.
Anyway,
but still.
So, Andrew, any calls on this? No, other things? All right, so heads up. Now, if you see a lobster purse at a store, I guess you should buy it and then put it up on eBay and try to...
It's specific, though. It's a white purse with 5 red lobsters around it.
I think on each side, and then there are also beads on the damn thing.
All right.
And
yuck.
Look at this headline. Will sell a kidney to get one of the red lobster purses. Get out of here.
It's not even a season.
Okay. Did you see the postal worker that, while on her route, decided to stop in at a house party and drink vodka?
Was it on her delivery route at least?
Yes.
Okay, she didn't leave the route.
This is from Melbourne on the other side of the state. Yeah, great Florida story here. Out of Brevard County, a U.S. Postal Service worker was arrested in Melbourne, Florida, after she drank alcohol at a house party on her route and was later caught driving the wrong way in traffic. Oh, my God. It's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's terrible. Caitlin Dye. It sounds like she wants to die. She's driving her USPS truck the wrong way in traffic. So Caitlin Dye, 33 years old, was arrested on a charge of DUI. According to the arrest affidavit, Melbourne, Florida police were notified that a USPS mail truck was driving in the opposite travel lane on South Harbor City Boulevard in Melbourne, across the other side of the state, and the driver was throwing plastic cups out of the vehicle. How much vodka did she drink at the freaking house party? She's delivering carrier route sort catalog crap to someone's house, and then she stops in and it's a house party, and then she's just chugging vodka? When officers arrived, they saw the mail truck driving west on East University Boulevard before making a U-turn to then head east in the right direction. Police said the truck swerved in and out of its lane, traveled into the opposite lane. Officers pulled over the mail truck and said Dye appeared confused and disoriented. Yeah, because she got crap-faced at a postal customer's house on vodka.
Just drunk as a skunk.
Oh, my God. Look at her mugshot.
She's got pouty lips.
Yeah. Putting those pouty lips on cups of vodka.
The officers conducted field sobriety exercises and said her results were indicative of someone under the influence. Police questioned Dye, who said she was delivering to a home on Riverview Drive when she was invited inside for the party. So she goes inside and starts drinking vodka while she's on her mail route. Oh, God.
Is that Supervisor Brian aware?
Yeah.
We should make him aware. Can we send him this article? Maybe she was in somehow control of your mail.
What does the carrier union do for someone like this?
You know, it's crazy, man. She might have a problem with alcohol, and she's been doing everything she could to stay away from it. And then suddenly the door of temptation literally...
The last thing you'd expect is on your route, you're delivering, and suddenly there's a house party, and they invite you in. Next thing, she's plowing back shots of vodka before she gets back into her right drive mail vehicle.
One drink leads to 5, leads to 25.
God.
I've had friends fall off the wagon in sometimes the craziest situation.
Like what? Give me an example of a friend of yours that fell off the wagon in the craziest situation.
No.
Hold on. Why are you saying no? This is all about exposing personal crap. That's what we do for a living. What happened?
I had a friend, Jeff. You knew Jeff. His family couldn't.
What Jeff are you talking about?
Jeff K. We used to work with him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's a good buddy of mine. And we had like an intervention for him.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we had an intervention for him, right? And we
he's a good guy.
And we sent him away to.
I was like Jeff.
We sent him away to a rehab for a couple of weeks, right? And he swore it off, and then his family calls me like a month later. It's like, hey, have you heard from Jeff? And I'm like, no, I haven't. I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks. And can you go by his house to make sure he's not dead on the floor? So I went by his house. He wasn't there, and he was like at St. Joe's, having like a detox issue or something. He's chained to a bed, flipping out. And then
the mail carrier told cops over in Melbourne that she had 2 shots of vodka before she was pulled over, driving the wrong way.
Yeah, 2 shots my ass.
Yeah. The officers asked why she was swerving in and out of traffic, and she said it was because she had fallen asleep while driving.
Oh, my God.
They also asked her about her cup thrown out of the vehicle, and she said it was just water that she used. She used the water to swish in her mouth to not smell like alcohol, is what she told the cops.
Isn't vodka, and I don't know this because I'm not into alcohol like that. Isn't vodka the one thing you drink not to smell like alcohol?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so that's what I've always heard, but you still smell. There's a certain breath.
Is there? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not a vodka drinker.
I mean,
but when's the last time you invited the postman
in
to
the house?
Yeah.
Hey,
come on, we're having a party. Have a couple drinks and then continue your route.
Shot.
It only takes 2, and she's 2 houses down, and she's already like
she had 2 at a time.
Police said they also spoke. Cops said they also spoke with witnesses who called in the incident, and they reported seeing the mail truck on US 1 where she almost struck multiple vehicles as the truck swerved on the roadway. Oh, my God. She was booked into the Brevard County Jail. I got to ask our mail. We've got a great mail carrier. I got to ask JR. I got to ask him if anyone ever invited him in for a party.
Yeah.
On his mail route.
You know what I'm seeing a lot of online?
What at?
Like UPS drivers or FedEx drivers.
Yeah.
And there's a sign, especially with the summer coming up and hot temperatures, and the people invite them to take a dip in the pool in the back. Like, hey, if you want to take a jump in my pool, feel free. And there's like a bunch of videos online of people in like their brown uniforms.
Yeah.
Just cannonballing right into somebody's pool, fully clothed. They get out. And you dry in a couple of minutes. I mean, it's pretty hot out. These videos are obviously in the summer. But, I mean, that's a different kind of getting dunked than having a house party and leaving pissed drunk.
So yesterday, I'm doing prep.
Yeah.
And I stumble across the Leonardo DiCaprio and the Pope story.
Never heard that story.
Oh, you never saw this?
No.
Yeah, so I saw it in a couple of places. I think I saw it. Vanity Fair had it. People Magazine had it. I think I saw it on People Magazine. Let me read this to you. Leonardo DiCaprio honors Pope Francis after his death at 88 and recalls their deeply moving meeting. The actor and Pope Francis met in January of 2016 for a conversation about climate change for the documentary Before the Flood. Leonardo DiCaprio remembered Pope Francis as one of the most extraordinary spiritual leaders of our time. So DiCaprio is going into a whole praise of the Pope because of his meeting. And when I saw this yesterday, I'm like, did they talk about anything else? DiCaprio's now, what, like 50?
Yeah, 50 years old. Yeah.
DiCaprio's 50 or 51 now. And the deal with DiCaprio is he won't date anyone under, 20? What's the age they determined that DiCaprio doesn't date any women like under the age of 26? Or was it 25?
Okay, so this was about 9 years ago that he met.
What?
When he met with Pope Francis.
Right. Hold on. What did I said it wrong.
He's 50 now.
No, I said it wrong. DiCaprio won't date anyone over the age.
Yes.
I think I misspoke. But DiCaprio, the stories have been that he won't date anyone over the age of, it's like 25, 26.
Yeah, I think it's 26.
On your 26th birthday, you get your lovely parting gift.
Yeah. I mean, there have been numerous cases where the woman hits, can you confirm that it's 26? Can you find a story where there are numerous stories out there about the dating age requirements for Leonardo DiCaprio?
It's one or the other. They're not requirements as much as a bunch of coincidences.
Do you think the Pope offered him like a confessional? Hey, my son, the Pope invites him into the confessional, and maybe the Pope's sitting there, and Leonardo DiCaprio's like, "Yes, Father, I have sinned." And then, yes, my son, tell me about your sins. Yeah, I'm only into, women that are,
you know what the Pope would say?
That are under the age of 26.
You know what the Pope would say?
And, He's
like, thank God, I heard a lot worse. Pope's like, oh, you're into women? You're good. Oh, thank God, Leo. Yeah. Oh, my God. I thought you were going to say something totally different. All right. No defrocking here.
I want to confess my sins.
Oh, you sleep with women? Well, be a good boy. But, we're okay.
Yeah.
We're all right.
Did you find the age for Leo?
No.
It's either 25 or 26.
There are stories out there.
I'm sure it's 26.
Yeah, big deal, but
I'm pretty sure it's 26.
Either way, the Pope is relieved. The Pope is like, oh, my son, give me a hug. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Attaboy, Leo.
Hey, Pope Francis, let me tell you about all these hot chicks I'm banging. You know,
tell me about them all day, because let me tell you some of the stories I've heard.
I'm so sorry.
These walls can talk.
So Leonardo DiCaprio is honoring Pope Francis. By the way, it was confirmed by the Vatican earlier today that Pope Francis's body is now lying in state. Is that what they call it for the Pope? So he is in St. Peter's Basilica now. So they moved him out of the private chapel. So the Pope's body has been moved into the famous St. Peter's Basilica, which is just gorgeous. Whenever I'm in Rome with Michelle or the kid, I mean, we always go to St. Peter's. In fact, last time we were in Rome, we stayed a half a block down the street from St. Peter's.
Yes, we did.
I mean, literally, Michelle found some great apartment that we stayed in.
At the St. Bernard's.
And it was half a block from, the square. It was right there.
So his body's just going to lay out for 3 days?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they've embalmed him,
This is a little old school, I guess.
Yeah. What do you mean old school? That happened, dude. What do you mean old school? You're a Catholic. You don't know about this?
Listen, I'm saying there's a time. Just put him in a coffin.
Moving along. He's lying in a coffin. It's just the top is off.
I don't want to see Jimmy Carter just lounging around the middle of the Capitol building, right? Whoever's next. I don't know.
Well,
I remember when Pope John Paul had his 3 days of state, right? And they had his feet pointed straight up, right? And then after a while, his feet.
Dude, what is
the left feet?
New with English?
The left foot.
His left foot
goes like this, right?
Yeah.
Right on live TV.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You saw Pope John Paul II's foot fall over?
Yeah, because the 2 feet are up straight, pointed up to the heavens, and then one just goes off to the side. And I'm like, move it back, Pope. And my wife's like, he doesn't hear you. He doesn't hear anybody. He's dead.
Oh.
So I'm like,
yeah, thanks for that brilliant deduction.
He's dead.
All right, moving along.
Rest in peace, Pope.
Loneliness is an epidemic in America.
You say loveliness or loneliness?
I said loneliness.
You kind of mumbled it.
I did not mumble it.
You butchered it.
I did not butcher anything. I said loneliness. I didn't.
You're saying I can't hear?
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently, hearing's a problem in America as well. Seriously, a recent study shows that there are a lot of lonely people in the United States. They studied 29 countries. A team of researchers from Emory University. So Emory University scientists did a study, and what are you laughing at?
University?
You give me nothing but crap over loneliness and
dude. I conflated because I just said Emory.
Emory University.
Emory from Emory, which is in Atlanta, right?
I believe. Yeah.
So Emory University. I'm sorry if I whatever.
Enunciation's just one around here, right? All right. I think it's true, man.
So listen to this. Greece and Cyprus have the loneliest people. Slovakia and Italy are high up on the list, but also here in the United States, that we've got plenty of lonely people in the United States as well. So we rank somewhat high as well. So loneliness is apparently an epidemic.
May as well go home.
Oh, no.
'Cause I did on my own, alone again.
Alone again. Yeah.
Playing the right song for that.
Well, what do you mean I'm not playing the right song? Alone again, naturally.
May as well go home. 'Cause I did on my own, alone again. Naturally.
That was a big hit when I was a little kid.
No.
What?
No.
Hold on, what?
So lonely, so lonely, so lonely. Yeah.
What are you doing? What song is that?
The Police.
Oh, that's right.
What about Elvis?
Oh my gosh.
What about Elvis?
What?
I'm so lonely, baby. I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely. How could I? What about one is
Dude, it's
the
like
loneliest
dude, I'm watching you. It's like you're having a medical episode over there.
Fester's is the best. Do it again.
Have you not seen Elvis in his later performances? It looked like he was having a medical episode every Las Vegas performance.
No, the last one you did was the best one.
One is the loneliest number.
Who was that? That was Three Dog Night?
I mean, there's so
One
many-
is the loneliest number that you've ever been.
Who did that?
Chicago?
Oh, that was Chicago?
Isn't it?
No, Three Dog Night did that. All right.
We gotta look it up. Andrew,
Go to
help us out
YouTube.
here.
Go to YouTube.
One
yeah,
is
I'm right. Three Dog Night did that, not
All right.
Chicago.
I don't care. Fester's is the best. The songs you picked.
Yeah, you picked some real dirges,
Yeah.
man.
One is the loneliest number.
Yeah.
It is a Three Dog Night song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
And then what about the Hearts Alone? Does that work as well?
I don't know
There's
what that is.
better songs to talk about alone.
Best.
What?
You picked some poor songs.
What's wrong with my song?
You picked
Oh.
that.
Wait a minute.
That was the Beatles,
What-
right?
which one?
Who sang the first one you played?
What are you saying? The
We don't
Beatles
even know.
have
We don't
nothing
even
to do
know.
with it.
We don't even know the songs you played.
The first one I played was some guy named Gilbert O'Sullivan.
Exactly.
He's well gone, 'cause I did on my own, alone again.
Alone Again, naturally.
I thought this was John Lennon. I had no idea.
God, I did too. I thought it was John Lennon.
And then the second one I played was One is the loneliest number. Are there any modern lonely songs? Anything like from the 90s or 2000s?
Apparently, maybe that study is wrong. That we're not lonely. Because look, it sounds like we were singing a lot of lonely songs back in the day, and now not.
Does Lady Gaga or Lizza have some lonely song?
Lizzo.
Whatever it is. Lizard. Lizzo is
Lizard.
Lizzo.
Listen, Lizzo's never alone.
All right. 8:53 at the MJ Morning Show. But loneliness is an epidemic.
Does it give age categories? I mean, I believe you only are mentioning this so you can play the songs.
No,
I really don't think you care.
No, I do care.
Okay.
People can feel lonely at any age, the research shows, but those 50 and older are said to be the most lonely because they are... 8:53 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, the 9 o'clock hour is upon. Oh, you know what? I've got tickets for the Lightning. You know what? We'll do those very quickly when we get back. All right. So Lightning tickets for tomorrow night's game, Game 2. Hopefully they bounce back after getting their asses handed to them last night by the Panthers. Game 2 tickets, we'll give those away kind of next. So keep listening. It'll happen in just a few minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. And we got a lot of good stuff for the 9 o'clock hour. Content out the waz. But this brings to a close over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Hey, my good friends at 2... Give away lightning tickets in just a few moments. So sometime in this segment, within the next minutes, your chance to call in and win lightning tickets. Yeah, we also had the $1,000 cash kitty winner at 8 o'clock. Yeah, Andrew, maybe we should try to call him. Do you have a phone number for the guy? All right, George, what was his name? George, was William what? What's his, Andrew, what was the guy's name that just won at 8 o'clock? Can you turn your mic on? Just tell me his name
what was
again.
His name?
Yeah, I forgot.
William Schultz.
William Schultz.
William?
Oh, that's why I said George. George Schultz.
The old political guy?
Well,
Reagan's.
Yeah, well, no, but it was. Yeah. So William Schultz won the $1,000 with the cash kitty.
Was George Schultz Secretary of State?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was Secretary of State under George H.W. Bush, right? Whatever administration it was.
Whatever.
Anyway, so Andrew's trying to get George on the phone. Is he on hold or what's the story? Hang on a second. Andrew's trying to get him. Yeah, so we had a $1,000 winner with the cash kitty. By the way, the cash kitty happens again at 10 o'clock. So less than an hour, we'll give you another word, and you text the word. And just like our winner from Ruskin, you could win $1,000 with the cash kitty. So people really do win with the cash kitty here on Q105. Guess what? Tampa, number 3, baby.
Oh, great.
Number 3 on the list, baby. Tampa, yeah, go Tampa. Tampa's now number 3 in the country for the biggest termite-infested cities in the United States. Yeah. Number 1 is Miami. Number 2 is Los Angeles, and we're number 3.
All kind of, warm tropical environments?
Yeah,
Is that fair to say?
the 2024 data is in. Yeah, the data collected from January 1 through December 31st of last year, and this is according to Orkin. So, Orkin, the pest control company, and it's based on, like, the number of jobs they do. And I guess Tampa Bay area, number 3, baby. Hey, listen, we had our house tented.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, it's been just over a year.
Yeah, just about a year.
We had our house tented in 2024 in March. We used Magnum. Pest Control. They're fantastic. I highly recommend Magnum for your termite tenting. Sorry, Orkin. I mean, I know you did the list, but I used Magnum.
MJ uses Magnum everything except for one thing.
Ask Michelle, and also the Magnums. I like the Magnum chocolate bars too.
Right.
You know the Magnum ice cream bars.
Magnum ice cream.
Yeah.
MJ uses Magnum everything except for one thing.
Oh, you think? You shut up. You have no idea. Shut up.
You like the Magnum gun?
Shut up.
Hey, you know what?
Right.
Hey, I'll take an educated guess.
But all right, listen. The shut up.
Magnum pistols, Magnum ice cream.
Stop.
Isn't
Magnum pest control?
Isn't Magnum pest control? Well, isn't Magnum like a wine term also? Like a Magnum of wine?
A bottle size?
No, what's the double one?
A double, yeah.
It's a Magnum.
Yeah.
So it's a wine term.
It can be.
Sure, and you love wine.
And you love a Magnum of wine?
Fester.
MJ
Listen.
uses Magnum everything except for one thing. That's it.
You've no idea. Just stop.
I don't know. I've never used that at all.
All right, moving along. Anyway, as far as termites in Tampa and Tampa Bay area, what is the term that when we moved here? When we moved to the Tampa Bay area in 1994, it was fairly close after we moved in. We bought our house in 95.
Yes.
And we got our house tinted in 99?
Yeah.
In our first house in South Tampa.
There's two kinds of houses in South Tampa.
That's what we were told. So, Michelle, what did we hear? We heard there are two kinds of homes here in Tampa.
One that hasn't been tinted and one that will.
Or a variation is there two types of homes in Tampa. One that has been tinted for termites. And
one
that's going to be tinted for termites. Those are the two houses that you have in the Tampa Bay area.
Can you blame the termites? Some of those houses, like in Hyde Park, look so delicious.
And let me tell you, where termites in Tampa are the worst. So Davis Islands. So apparently, as far as the most concentrated area where they get the most termites, Davis Islands, and the other one is Hyde Park. So it's Hyde Park. It's Hyde Park and Davis Islands get a lot of termites. I think Hyde Park is number one.
All those delicious wooden bungalows.
Yeah, the old Hyde Park houses, and typically you got to be tented in Tampa Bay area. A home is going to be tented every 7 to 10 years is the range. And like Hyde Park and parts of Davis Islands, it's on the lower end. It's like every 7 years seems to be the average for the need to be tented. All right, is that Mr. Schultz on the phone? Hello, William Schultz.
Hey, MJ, good morning.
William, good morning to you. We got the word that you won the cash kitty in the 8 o'clock hour, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, man. I've been trying for a while, and then finally got through and won.
That's fantastic. So it's part of the national contest that we're doing with the stations in our chain, but we have a lot of winners locally. That's why it obviously pays to text the word. So you listen to Q105 at 8 a.m. like obviously William did. 10 a.m. is coming up in 55 minutes. And then 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m., you listen for the word and you text it to the 45911. And, William, that's exactly what you did. What time did you get your text in? Did you do it immediately when I gave the word out, like at 8:01?
Yeah, it was as soon as you were done saying it, I punched it in, and they called me within 20 minutes.
Yeah, so the window closed at 8:25. So every time with the cash kitty, you have until 25 minutes past the hour. So it must have been just after the 25 minutes where you were randomly selected by the computer because you sent the text in. So you get a call from our corporate contest center, and they said, William, congratulations, you won?
Well, actually, I hung up on him the first time because, I get all these spam calls. And so I hung up, and he called back immediately, and I realized my phone said Beasley Media Group.
Oh.
So I answered it, and then then we went through.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
Dude, you must have been thrilled that you do the cash kitty and you just won $1,000.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I'm putting it towards a motorcycle. I'm going to be purchasing a nice Gixxer here soon. I'm excited.
What kind of motorcycle?
Gixxer?
A GSXR. I'm looking at a couple of GSXRs right now.
Is that Yamaha? Who makes that?
Gosh, I don't even know right now. I'm looking at several. I'm looking at the Honda CBRs and
the Gixxer, the GSXR is made by Suzuki.
Suzuki's, yeah.
All right. So you're looking. By the way, how old are you, William?
46.
Fantastic.
Just turned 46.
All right. Hey, listen, happy birthday. Congratulations on the grand. And most importantly, thank you for listening to the MJ Morning Show. I hope it's a daily habit.
Oh, every day. I've been listening to you since, I was 98.
Wow.
Since I was a little kid.
That's awesome.
Oh, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you, William, and congratulations.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
That's...
Am I the only one that thinks 46 is a little bit of an outlier age for a crotch rocket?
What?
Am I the only one who thinks 46 is a little bit of an outlier age
He sounds
to
like
buy a crotch rocket?
He sounds like a really young 46.
Yeah, he sounds like a really... I'm just saying.
What are you saying? The crotch rockets are only for like 19-year-old motorcycle riders or 23?
Well, 46,
what is, in your head, what is the cutoff point for a crotch rocket demographic?
17 to 27.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, crotch rock. I'm not talking about motorcycles.
Hold on.
I'm not talking about going to bike week.
I don't think...
I'm talking about
Can 17-year-olds even get a motorcycle endorsement?
I don't know. 18 to or I'm sure maybe they can. I don't know, but still. I'm 46. Yep, looking for a crotch rocket.
Are you insulting our Cash Kitty winner?
I might be, but you know what? It's okay.
Don't insult William. If he wants a crotch rocket, let him get a crotch rocket.
Congratulations.
Now he's got $1,000 toward his Gixxer, his crotch rocket, whatever.
Congratulations.
All right. Did you see? It has been revealed. What the hell is Amazon going to do?
What's happened?
Derby Lanes has been sold right up the street here.
Yeah.
Derby Lane. I said lanes, but Derby Lane, the old Greyhound track, Derby Lane has been sold to a Connecticut group.
What are they going to do with it?
Some kind of private equity group out of Connecticut. Well, I'll tell you what they're going to do with it. They're going to build a whole bunch of apartments over there. Have you seen the traffic? When you're heading westbound on Gandy, when you're in St. Pete, you're across the Gandy Bridge, and you're heading toward like Gandy and 4th, and you're about to hit the hump, and you got the traffic lights. So have you seen the traffic pile up, sometimes all the way back past Channel 10? Have you seen the... So I'm telling you right now, if this group... Let me give you the details. This is from Fox 13. They did the story last night. The iconic Derby Lane Greyhound track in St. Pete has been sold. Dogs haven't raced there since Florida voters outlawed Greyhound racing several years ago, but it still hosts poker simulcast. That's a big place for a little poker operation.
So they have a really nice poker room.
Yeah.
They always have.
Yeah,
but,
Derby. It's called Derby Club Poker.
Yeah, and I've been there several times.
I have not because I don't know how to play poker.
Listen, apparently by my winnings,
I'm a whiz at craps, but I don't know how to play poker.
But so it's a good poker room, but man, it's a lot of land.
You never told me you went to poker rooms.
Yes.
Okay,
I remember.
I mean, I don't go like every week or month or even off that often, but I've been to Derby Lane a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the sale was to an investment group that apparently is from Connecticut, but they have some ties to the Tampa Bay area and Montana.
It's really vague information.
Yeah. Yeah, see if we can find anything else on the group. Go to a different story. Go to get out of the Fox story and go find a different story. Yeah, look at it's 130 acres. I mean, it's a lot of land. It's a ridiculous amount of land.
Mm-hmm.
It's 130 acres. What is this from? Spanning 130 acres along Gandy Boulevard, the shuttered Derby Lane Greyhound track has a new owner. The St. Pete Kennel Club Incorporated, which owns the property, has merged with Connecticut-based Raleigh Acquisition Company.
All right, so that's the name of the company.
Let me tell you right now, they're going to turn that into 130 acres worth of condos.
No kidding.
Right? And if you can imagine the traffic on Gandy right now, Gandy and 4th Street in St. Pete.
Oh, if you Google Raleigh Acquisition Company.
Yeah, what do they do?
They're a newly formed residential real estate investment entity.
There you go.
I mean, what else are you going to do with
real estate invest? They're going to build condos. They're going to build a ton of condo buildings over there. You're going to have, 27 different condo buildings, 4 stories up or whatever, and you're going to put thousands of new people right there, and you already have a traffic problem.
Does it give a number on how much the property sold for?
I did not see a number. But also, see if that story has a number.
I don't see one here either.
Hold on, stop. While specific redevelopment plans for the site have not been disclosed, the new ownership recently secured a $58.25 million loan from Broadway Agency Services. What the hell? That sounds sketchy. What is that?
All these companies sound a little sketch.
I'm sorry.
All right, so Rally Acquisitions got $58 million from Broadway Agency.
I don't know what the hell do they do.
It's like we're making up names of companies here.
All right, listen, bottom line is they're going to build condos there. Maybe mixed use. Maybe they're going to build a ton of condos and like a midtown kind of, maybe they're going to do some mixed housing, retail, maybe some office. But real estate's going in there, folks. It's not going to be a nice little park with a duck pond, all right?
Wasn't that a potential site for like the Rays Stadium?
Yeah, that would be a great. See, that would be much better. So to keep the Rays in St. Pete, I always thought that would be an awesome location for a Rays stadium because it just brings it would bring the Rays so much closer. Just over the Howard Franklin or just over the Gandy, it would just be a much better geographic location in the Tampa Bay area to have the Rays there.
It's already zoned for that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It already have
It's zoned for baseball stadiums?
It's zoned for a stadium.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Because the dog track's a stadium.
That's a fair point.
Oh, duh. Duh. I don't know what's going on, but did you see the story about the video that someone shot of someone like running over manatees with a boat in Seminole?
No, we're not doing this story.
Is it in what Lake Seminole?
No,
it's Seminole Boat Ramp. So I don't know if any manatees were hurt. I hope not. But a video was recorded last weekend on Saturday, and it was near the Seminole Boat Ramp, and apparently the video shows some schmuck on a boat driving over a group of manatees. Yeah, a family saw this. They started rolling video and recorded the manatees that were out. And then they saw a boater coming toward the manatees fast. And then you can hear the families like start trying to say, hey, stop, the manatees. And then apparently the boat just rolled over where the manatees were. Now, I haven't seen any indication that any of the manatees were hurt, but you do know that a lot of manatees do have scars on their back from propellers.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Fester's back.
I have like 16 of them.
Fester's got prop scars.
Dude, I just saw one piece of lettuce in Crystal River, and I went for it. I left the no-wake zone, and
you got to be careful with Fester because Fester's back hair will tangle up your prop, something awful.
Yeah.
It'll stop it. Like a buzzsaw hitting a piece of rebar in a chunk of wood.
Right,
just stops it.
The date line on the story from WFLA is Clearwater, Florida.
Yeah.
But Seminole Boat Ramp is that in Lake Seminole, which would be Seminole, wouldn't it be Clearwater, or is that in Clearwater?
No, I think it.
I don't know.
Yeah, the date line's Clearwater, but it's a Seminole Boat Ramp.
Because Lake Seminole has boating access to it. And
anyway,
I just want to be sure I'm talking about the right spot.
FWC is looking. I haven't seen the video. I wonder if the registration number for the boat is visible. The FL and the number, which they can obviously track down the boat owner to see what the hell they were doing.
So Seminole Boat Ramp is located in Clearwater.
Yep.
Near the
near 60.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You're not going to believe this.
What?
The Seminole Boat Ramp is the ramp that Scott Langley Froggy and I used.
To go to Lisa Marie's house.
Yes.
When Lisa Marie Presley moved to Clearwater to be closer to Scientology, we welcomed her by you guys launched a boat and then approached because it was a huge. This is a great old story.
Yeah, off of Osceola Avenue.
Yeah, so
Fort Harrison.
This is back in the 90s.
It's on one of the CDs.
Lisa Marie Presley came to town, bought a house, and we wanted to welcome her with like a welcome flower bouquet and fruit basket. And she had a big front gate. And I think, didn't you guys try to ring the bell first and nobody answered?
We went up to the gate. Yeah. There was no answer. Or maybe somebody said, we went up twice.
And then a couple of days later, we concocted a plan for you guys to approach the house from the water and then get up on the dock and then try to deliver the fruit basket and the welcome flower bouquet to Lisa Marie Presley, and didn't some Scientology security goons run after you guys?
They met us at the dock and they kicked the basket in the water.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys put the welcome. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to check my CDs.
It's on like the first one or second
I
one.
might have the CD of Fester and Froggy 1 trying to deliver the welcome gifts to Lisa Marie Presley. May she rest in peace now.
Remember we had that Sea-Doo jet boat?
Oh, yeah. All right, hold on. I'm going to try
The Coast Guard came out.
I'm going to try to find the audio. Hang on. I think Fester's right. I think it might be on our first CD. Let me try to find that, and we'll play it next.
That's back when cops were...
Wow.
That's back when cops were cops, man. We got up on that hill. And
that's right. You were surrounded by Clearwater police.
And Clearwater officers get up to us like, hey.
Oh, I think it's on the scene. All right, hang on. Let me try to find the audio.
Just get out of here, boys.
All right, let's do a flashback if I can find the audio.
Oh, man.
Next. Plus a whole lot more. Oh, I'm so excited for the second season of The Golden Bachelor. What about you? Yay. All right. Who's volunteering? A former NFL player is the new Golden Bachelor.
Oh, it could have been O.J. Simpson.
Oh, God. All right, hang on. Oh, and then a lady buys a car from CarMax. Ma'am, your lane assist, you're doing it wrong. Lane assist doesn't mean that you can just take your hands off the wheel and it drives itself.
No, it doesn't.
No, lane assist gives you a little warning if you're drifting. You got to hear what happened. Lady buys a car from CarMax, and she thinks lane assist is take the hands off the wheel and it's like an auto drive. Well, she found out quickly it was not. Hang on, we got that coming up in just a minute. A lot of stuff. All right, hold on. We're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Fester. It was not on the first MJ and BJ morning show CD. It wasn't even on the second MJ and BJ morning show CD.
Man, how many of those damn CDs you put out?
A lot of them. Look at my house. They built it. All right. So, so I think we did 7 or 8 CDs. All right. So, dude, we sold almost 500,000 copies of these CDs. It was a lot of damn CDs. And, man, I had a killer deal. The radio station got nothing. Man, seriously. So from all of the CDs that we sold, the radio station got nothing. I had full marketing money retention from all of our merch in my contracts. All right, so Crotchety Christmas 2 is where the Lisa Marie thing is on. So we did, the first one was MJ and BJ Wisecracks, and then Crotchety Christmas was our second CD, and then Crotchety Christmas 2 was our third. Track 22 on the Crotchety Christmas 2 CD is the Lisa Marie cut. And what just refreshed Fester's memory on this was we did a story about some nut job, some moron is driving through a bunch of manatees near the Seminole boat ramp in Clearwater, and then Fester says, oh, my God, that's the exact boat ramp where we launched the boat to approach Lisa Marie's house by the water when she first moved to the Tampa Bay area back in, the mid to late 90s, right?
Yeah, late 90s.
Maybe 97, 98. Hold on. What's the copyright date on the CD? The CD copyright date is 97. So it must have been like 96 or 97.
Maybe late summer 97.
Yeah. All right. So you guys launched from this boat ramp where some idiot's driving through manatees, and you approached Lisa Marie's house in Clearwater from the water because you guys were not able to deliver the fruit basket and the flower bouquet to the front gate. So we decided, okay, plan B, we got to approach by water. All right. How long is this cut? I don't know.
I think it's like 3 minutes, 2 minutes.
All right, let's listen to this. It's on the CD, track 22. I haven't heard this in, my God, 20-something years, maybe?
MJ and BJ's Crotchety Christmas 2. Continues.
We sent Uncle Fester, formerly known as Moose, and Froggy to Lisa Marie's house. We had to approach by water.
Here we go.
All right, head on over to the house.
All right, start motoring that way. There they go.
You're right behind Lisa Marie's house?
Hey, guys, there's a problem.
What's the problem?
Private property, no trespassing sign posted on the dock.
So what? I mean,
welcoming.
You're illiterate.
She sent somebody to welcome us, too.
What do you mean?
There's a guard on the dock. What?
Close trespassing, get off the dock right now.
We're being welcomed.
By who?
Private property.
Hello? All right, what's the problem?
We just got pushed off the dock. So we gave him the flowers, but he kicked him into the water.
The guard threw the welcoming bouquet of flowers into the water?
Into the water.
I mean, is this the way Lisa Marie Presley is going to treat her neighbors?
No wonder Michael Jackson dumped her ass.
All right, get the bullhorn.
All right.
Tell Froggy to repeat after me.
All right.
Attention, Lisa Marie Presley.
Attention, Lisa Marie Presley.
We are only trying to welcome you to Clearwater, Florida.
We are only trying to welcome you to beautiful Clearwater, Florida.
We brought flowers.
We brought flowers.
We brought a fruit basket.
We bought fruit baskets.
And we brought freshly baked Uncle Fester chocolate chip cookies.
MJ.
And we bought freshly baked Uncle Fester cookies.
MJ.
And we're treated like crap.
And we're treated like total crap.
All right, what's going on?
Up here come the cops.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
let's.
There's cops on the dock. There's cops on the hill.
Told you.
Oh, my God, guys.
What's going on?
Here come two more.
All the Clearwater police are coming in like the cavalry right now.
Bad. There's 4 cop cars.
4 cop cars.
Look at this. They're
Yeah.
surrounding us like we're bank robbers.
They are?
They said I have to secure the phone.
Well, put it in your pocket, in the front pocket, leave it on.
I can't. It's being taken.
Hello?
All right. So, which one of us is going downtown to get him?
That was it.
I tell you what, man, those Clearwater officers. Much respect to Clearwater Police Department.
That was like 1997, maybe 96, 97.
They were all listening to us on the radio.
Oh, they were. That's
but
right.
None of them responded until they were called. And we kind of motor up slowly. There was actually a Coast Guard. I mean, a very small Coast Guard vessel was following us as well.
Oh, wow.
We get up to the dock and the cops are like, "All right, boys, we know what you're doing. Get out of here. just pack your stuff, put your boat on your trailer, and get the hell out of here."
Yeah, I'm holding the CD up to MJTV so our listeners. Oh,
You
man.
know what? I was just going to remind you.
What?
She bought that house in 1997, and then she sold it. And guess who she sold it to?
Kirstie Alley bought
Yeah.
it. And
And they're both.
And they're both gone.
Mm-mm.
Both Lisa Marie and Kirstie Alley are both deceased,
Yep.
and both Scientologists.
Yes, and both lived in that same house.
Holy! I wonder if there's some kind of an environmental issue in that place. Well, what are you scoffing at?
Or something spooky.
I don't know. Maybe they got a bad e-meter reading or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe they something with the thetans or I don't know.
Something more like that.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Tom Cruise, don't move into that place.
Yeah.
Stay in your apartment building with your
car elevator.
Exactly.
Penthouse.
Exactly.
Good for you, Tom.
All right. 9:30. Hold on. Do what now? Hold the CD back up. All right.
He was on a different camera when you held the CD.
Andrew did not have the camera up when I was showing the CD. Yeah, so I'm showing the CD now on MJTV, and this is that's Crotchety Christmas 2, where we just played that cut. It was cut 22, was it? 20? Yeah. You know what I didn't do? I didn't give away the lightning tickets in the last segment. I feel bad. I said I was going to give them away, and I didn't. So let's do a lightning ticket right now.
Or at the end of the show?
No, right now.
Okay.
Right now. I feel bad. I said I was going to give away lightning tickets between like 9 and 9:20, and we got carried away. So let's go. Let's go with caller number 50 right now, 800-990-1047. Lightning tickets. Now, the Lightning had their rear ends handed to them last night from the Panthers. 6-2 final score at Amalie. That was game 1 of round 1 of the NHL playoffs. So let's go. Game 2 of round 1. So game 2 is tomorrow night at Amalie Arena. This is going to be an earlier puck drop than last night. So tomorrow's night's puck drop is going to be 6:30. So if you can go, if you would like to be in the house at the former St. Pete Times Forum, the former Ice Palace, now the Amalie Arena. If you would like to see the Lightning tomorrow night with the Panthers, game 2, caller 50 right now, 800-990-1047. That's 800-990-1047. Andrew, I will take caller 50. So get me up to 49, and then I'll take it from there with a live pickup. Hey, listen to this lady. She buys a Hyundai from CarMax,
right?
And she's told it has lane assist. So she turns on lane assist and then apparently just takes her hands off the wheel and thinks it's going to drive itself. She drives into a wall at 80 miles an hour.
No, that's not how it goes.
No. Lane assist, it kind of vibrates your wheel, or sometimes it gives you a little tug to move you back in your lane.
Yeah.
It doesn't
keeps you between the lines, kind of.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how aggressive the lane assist is. I don't like lane assist. I hate lane assist. So I turn it off.
Right.
I don't like the steering wheel, like it's fighting you sometimes. Like, just leave me alone.
Go where I want you to go.
Yeah. So I turn lane assist off. I don't want it. But this lady buys a car from CarMax. I guess a used Hyundai. And this lady, the first post, this lady does a slideshow, right? The first post is a slideshow showing the initial purchase of her car from CarMax. And then the text says, me on top of the world because I bought a car. The second photo, the same car with smashed up front end damage. And then the third picture, me at the bottom of the world. So she's at the top of the world with her new car. Then the final picture is me at the bottom of the world after the lane assist malfunctioned, and it ended up with me hitting a wall going 80 miles per hour. Hello?
That's not how it goes.
It's lane assist. It just gives you a little nudge and a reminder if you're drifting out of your lane. It's not like a self-driving, a lot of the manufacturers have the self-driving cars these days. That's not what you had, lady. You had lane assist, not take your hands off the wheel and take a nap.
You know what happened, MJ? The salesman probably just said in passing, and it has lane assist, and then kept going and didn't give a thorough demonstration of what that means. So she was left to assume,
Yeah, she's left with a whole bunch of front-end damage after she says she hit a wall at 80 miles an hour. Listen, if that's true, if she was going 80, she ought to be happy she's alive.
Right?
In that vehicle. All right, I got to grab the next call. It's going to be 50. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Tim Sturgis.
First name again, please?
Tim.
Tim, where are you calling from?
Tampa. I'm driving down the road.
All right, hey, no problem. Tim, what are you doing tomorrow night at 6:30?
Hopefully going to the Jackets game.
The what?
The hockey game.
What are the Jackets? Do you know? Hold on. First of all, what is the name of the Tampa hockey team? What are they called?
Oh
God! You gotta be...
Tim, what did
Blues,
The Blues?
Okay, hold on.
Wait, Tim, what do you think you're calling the MJ Morning Show for?
I'm calling for some hockey tickets.
Right, and what is the
name?
What is the name of the Tampa hockey team?
All right.
Do you even really want to go?
Hold on. Am I being punked here? Am I being Tim, come on. You got to know the name of the Tampa hockey team, NHL.
The Blue Jackets?
No, the Blue Jackets are Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, that's where I'm from. That's why I say that.
Wait.
So you have no idea what the name of the Tampa Bay hockey team is named?
Yeah, give me a minute. I got to think about it. I'm old. I forget.
How old are you, sir?
63.
That's not that old. You shouldn't have. All right. So, Tim, the name of the Tampa hockey team, it's the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, that's it.
Have you heard of them?
Now you're gonna put that on the air and make me sound bad, ain't you?
No. Dude, we would never put this on the air.
You're doing a fine job making yourself sound bad.
Yeah, I would never put this on the air. That's just not my style. All right, so Tim, but you can go to the game, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tim, you are caller 50. Tim, do you want to go to the game, or should I get somebody else that knows the name of the team?
Tim, lower your radio.
Tim, I think the jig is up. Tim knows we're on the air. All right, Tim, turn your radio all the way down. Tim,
he's waiting for
Tim. Turn your radio down, Tim. Tim,
can you hear us?
Yeah.
Turn your radio off.
Tim, do you want to go to the game?
Sure, that's why I called.
Okay, well you go to see the Lightning and the Florida. Do you know who the Lightning are playing? Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. Who are the Lightning playing in round one?
I don't know.
The Florida
Panthers.
Yes! Yes!
Oh my God.
Yes. All right. Tim, dude, listen, thank you for listening. Thank you for providing entertainment this morning, because you have entertained me. And bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for listening to the MJ Morning Show. And yes, you've won tickets, and you'll go see the Lightning tomorrow night.
All right. How do I get them?
All right. Well, first of all, do you have any idea where the Lightning play?
Do I know where they play?
Yes. Yeah. Where do the Lightning play? Where's the ice?
Amalie Arena.
Okay. All right. That's good.
All right.
You rattled that one right off.
Look at that. All right.
You're redeeming yourself a little bit.
All right, Tim, listen. Thank you for listening. You win. Andrew, our producer, is going to pick up the phone now, and he's going to tell you how to get the tickets, okay?
All right.
All right. And don't be pissed at me because, you were on the air. All right.
I know.
Yeah.
I heard it.
We take winners live. Yes, that's the way it goes. It's a radio station.
Tim, thank you, buddy. All right, hold on. Andrew's going to pick up the phone and give you the details, okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you, buddy. That's great.
I got to say, congratulations to Tim, but I've never felt worse about giving away a prize. This guy has no idea what the hell he's going to. And there are rabid Tampa Bay Lightning fans out there that would cut off their left arm to go to this game.
Right.
And we're giving it to possibly the person that cares the least. But he was the right caller.
Oh, that was funny, man. That's I think that could be the most entertaining thing that I heard today on the MJ Morning Show. Has anyone seen The Golden Bachelor?
So... has the second season started?
Tell you what, Tim ought to be the next Golden Bachelor.
There you go.
We just had. Yeah, so I guess the next season is coming up. So Golden Bachelor is going to be back for another season.
Mm-hmm.
So the lead, the new guy, is apparently a former NFL player, Mel Owens.
I never heard of that guy.
Look up Mel Owens. Apparently, he's a former L.A. Ram, a linebacker who's now a Southern California attorney, 66 years old, was once married, has 2 sons with his first wife. He's also a partner in an Orange County, California law firm specializing in sports injury and workers' compensation.
Okay. I'm looking at a picture of him. He's a good-looking man.
He's a good-looking guy.
He's back in his playing days,
Yeah,
number 58 for the Rams.
What were his playing years?
81 to 89.
Oh, he had a good stretch, 81 to 89.
Mm-hmm.
He was a first round. He was the 9th pick in the first round.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
Okay.
In the 81 NFL draft.
He played for the University of Michigan.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Wolverines.
So he had a legitimate career. It's not like he was in the league for half a season, then he pulled his groin. And
But also, you know what he did 8 or 9 years in the NFL.
Right, he's legitimate.
But you know what I respect? That this dude played NFL and then he must have gone back to law school, got a degree, and he's been a lawyer post-NFL career. I have respect for that. What's his face did that? Brad Culpepper. I have respect for that. The fact that Brad Culpepper, did a good stretch with the Bucks, and then afterward went to law school, became a lawyer.
He actually did it while he was playing, I think.
Did he?
He played in the off. He went to school in the off season.
Yeah, but does Mel Owens have billboards all over town?
Yeah. And do they have Lost Dog commercials?
This is Mel Owens' partner.
Also, Mr. Owens has secured his Series 7 license. He worked at Merrill Lynch as a financial advisor.
Yeah, so he's pretty.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty smart guy.
Has a legitimate career outside of the game.
I do think this might be a bit of a stunt.
So get this.
A PR stunt.
Well, listen, he lives in L.A. where this is it's a different vibe there. But he meets the qualifications. He seems like a catchable guy. Does that make sense?
A catchable guy.
Stacey Kemp, she played in the WNBA.
Yes, she did.
Oh, yeah.
She played for the Los Angeles Sparks.
And she was a big field hockey player.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to law school and,
Right afterwards.
Say it again?
No, right after the WNBA.
Yeah. Can you find the Coming Home music? Yeah, we had it. It's in the system. I know we played it before, with the Lost Dog. All right, so anyway, The Golden Bachelor is going to hit ABC. I don't even know when it comes back, but... They've chosen this former Rams football player.
Good for him.
Yeah, the Golden Bachelor.
The first one didn't work out so well.
Yeah, it didn't. What happened?
They got married in January and then divorced in April.
What happened was this show brings people in from all around the country, and the guy who they picked for the Golden Bachelor seemed like a really nice, down to earth Midwestern guy.
He's a liar. He's a skis.
How's he a skis?
He didn't disclose all his relationships. Apparently, some girl came forward and she was like, no, we had a real relationship. And he had sort of like, I guess,
wrote her off?
Been a little less than disclosing in that department. Yeah.
What happened on season 1 of The Golden Bachelor? Fellow Midwesterner Jerry Turner was the franchise's inaugural Golden Bachelor in his September 2023 season premiere. 72-year-old widower welcomed 22 women whose ages range from 60 to 75 to the Bachelor Mansion. He ultimately chose to wed Teresa Nist over Leslie Fema, who will get another chance at reality love during the revamped Bachelor in Paradise this summer. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway.
He was diagnosed with cancer.
Who was?
The first
one?
Oh,
the first Golden Bachelor? Really?
Yes.
How do you know so much about this?
I'm looking at it right now. I read about it. It pops up in my feed.
Oh, hang on. I wonder if Stacey Kemp and the Kemp Law Group, one of our sponsors, I wonder if they're wishing they had the Lost Dog commercial. You know?
I'm coming home.
Oh, yeah. I'm coming home.
I'm coming home.
Yeah, all right. 9:47. Oh, you see Tiger King Joe Dirt?
No, Tiger King Joe Exotic.
But he looks like Joe Dirt. So
he has a goofy enough name.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't need to give him a moniker for a name he already has.
Joe Exotic, the Tiger King dude, has just married behind bars to some inmate that he met in prison.
I love. Good luck, guys.
Yeah. So his new husband is a 33-year-old Mexican national named Jorge Flores Maldonado. And they were seen on Tuesday night posing together in tuxedos. So I guess the groom, his new husband, his name is Jorge Flores, but now he's Maldonado because Joe Exotic's name is Maldonado.
Oh, this can't be a real photo. Is this the photo you're talking about?
I think that's a background. That's
okay. How are they getting tuxedos in jail?
Well, I guess if you get married in jail, you can. I think the commissary has
a tuxedo.
Tuxedo rental. Yeah,
I don't know.
You get a pouch of tuna, and you can get the tuxedo.
I think I read where the guy's going to be getting out in a year.
Not Maldonado.
Not the Tiger King, the other one.
Jorge Flores?
Yeah, I think he's going to get out in a year.
New husband?
Yeah, he's in prison for being here illegally, is what I read.
But now that he has an American husband.
Listen.
Yeah.
And he's going to get released in a year.
Yeah, he might get released to San Salvador.
Joe Exotic, doesn't he have another 10, 12 years left?
Oh, a long time.
For the murder for hire plot.
Okay, so the tuxedo picture I think is fake.
You think somebody photoshopped that? Or?
I mean, here he is. It looks like Joe has a new neck tattoo.
Show us the other one again.
I gotta find it. It was on a different.
Anyway, hey, congratulations to Joe Exotic, the Tiger King. He's newly married.
It's a hell of a honeymoon they're gonna have.
It's gonna be fantastic.
But you know what they do when you go visit your person in prison? I know this because we watched what is that show? Love After Lockup or something?
Oh yeah, we watched that during COVID.
So,
during COVID, we found that Love After Lockup and watched the first couple of seasons of that.
What an amazing show that is.
But when you go visit your person, they have a photo session, like a prom thing, and they have a background, so you can have your picture taken.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this was some kind of a just a background there.
I don't know.
Right?
Joe looks awfully good in this picture.
We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. We gotta hit it. Hey, what happened to my audio bite? I was just about to play. You had an audio. What happened to William? I was just going to play William, and it just disappeared right in front of me. I'm about to click something, and Andrew just takes it off my screen.
I thought the show was over.
Yeah, Andrew.
Doing a little clean
Hi,
house.
this is William Schultz from Ruskin, Florida, and I just won $1,000 by listening to Q105.
There you go. Look at that.
Awesome.
Andrew, I guess Andrew had him record that.
So in one show, we had the most deserving winner and the least deserving winner. Two awesome prizes.
But we had two winners.
Andrew, your email box is about to explode on this lightning ticket winner.
Why?
People are having a visceral reaction to this guy.
I know.
Well, maybe we can revisit
You can't help it.
That was.
It's the way it goes.
It's not my fault.
No.
It just shows that I'm really taking caller 50.
Yeah.
I mean, that demonstrates I literally am taking the caller, whatever caller I say I'm taking, we took caller 50.
Literally, that's what your response is going to be to every email. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Period.
He didn't want the tickets as much as we didn't want to give it to him. But he's the winner.
That's true, Fester. Oh, my gosh.
So crazy.
It's kind of rough giving away tickets to NHL playoff seats where the guy doesn't even know the name of the local team. Oh, my God. Anyway, listen, Tim Wheeler. What was his name? Tim
Schultz won
Tim
the money.
Tim Schultz.
And I think his name was Cletus something. I
No.
don't know.
Hold
Tim Sturgis.
Wait a sec. Hold on a sec.
Tim Sturgis won the tickets.
We had two winners.
I wrote it down.
Yeah. We had two winners.
William Schultz.
William Schultz didn't know that the Tampa Bay Lightning was our hockey team.
No.
Hey, all right, Andrew.
MJ, quiet. I'm telling you.
All right, go ahead.
Michelle, tell us.
Tim Sturgis won the hockey tickets.
All right.
Right.
And he didn't know who the
Lightning was.
Right.
Okay.
And the other guy, William Schultz.
He won the $1,000 with the cash kitty.
Cash kitty.
There we go.
Congratulations to both guys.
Folks, it is 9:52 at the MJ Morning Show. The cash kitty's back in 8 minutes. The cash kitty is back at 10 a.m. in minutes. We just had a Q105 winner for $1,000 at 8 o'clock. Let's try to have another Q105 winner in 8 minutes.
Let's go.
So the brand new cash kitty word will be revealed at 10 o'clock. Right after the commercials. Don't move here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Have a great day, and do me a favor. Let's be careful out there. See you tomorrow.
The Q105 app is your connection to all the big contests.